Hello, hello. Welcome to SimpCast number 7. Boo, woo, woo, woo. So excited to have these guests today. This is the real cream of the crop today. I'm very excited. I feel like every week it just gets better and better. I'm going to bring them in without hesitation. Your first guest, she's a YouTuber. You might be currently masturbating to her cosplay calendar. Anna, that Star Wars girl.
Hello.
In the flesh.
What an intro.
Coming up next, she is the host. No, she's not. She's the producer of Slightly Offensive. And also her YouTube channel is called Sav Says. Savanah Hernandez.
What's up, guys? Hi.
Woo, woo, woo. I need to get some music, but it's all copyrighted. Okay. Coming up next, she's a YouTuber. She's a shit poster. She's a troll. She's autistic. Brittany Venti.
I'm autistic. See, when you gave the intro for Anna, that could have been any of us until you said calendar.
I know. I was like, oh God.
I was
and
like,
last but not least, popping her SimpCast cherry. You may have seen her as the producer of TimCast IRL, Lydia Smith. Pew, 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 pew.
clap in chat.
Clap in chat. Yes, please clap. Clap for us. Simp away. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm sorry we were a little late. My hair is neither dry nor brushed.
But you look amazing, Chrissy. Always.
Gorgeous.
If you came to see entirely put together women, you've come to the wrong place.
Very much the wrong place.
So I recorded my very first comedy album just a couple days ago on January 6th. It's called Live from January 6th. It was in Long Island, in Levittown. I'm from Long Island, so it was a very cool kind of homecoming, I guess, to record my comedy album there. And the most exciting part is that I met a few fellow insurrectionists in the crowd. It was very exciting for me. I don't know if any of you gals dabbled in January 6th at all. Maybe Savanah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I was there actually getting tear gassed alongside all the insurrectionists. Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. It was probably my favorite day of 2021. You know, I love a good riot. Not that I would even categorize that as a riot because I've been to Philly and I've watched actual riots and Elijah get punched in the face. But yeah, the Capitol was a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was a riot. You know, the one thing people don't talk about January 6th is the food, you know?
The sights, the sounds, the tourism, okay?
The dog, I'm still going to do this. I'm going to put together a Dogs of January 6th, either collage or video, because I spent a lot of time just taking photos of dogs in Trump costumes, just showing their patriotism.
Okay, since this is the SimpCast, I haven't really ever talked about this, but January 6th, because I only ever talk about the serious stuff from that day. Somebody grabbed my ass during the riot on January 6th, and I was pissed off, and I turned around and I was like, because I hate when people grab my ass, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna grab my ass, turn around. Say who you are so I can punch you in the face, type of thing. But I turned around and it was like 1,000 men violently screaming.
You say it like it's happened before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time at bars. That's just men, you know.
Turning around and seeing 1,000 men, that sounds like a dream come true. But that's again another thing about January 6th. It was a really great place to meet men. You know, I wish more women would have known.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like a portion of them are in jail now.
Yeah, a bunch of them are in jail now, unfortunately.
F's in the chat.
True. Yeah, F's in the chat for everybody in jail right now.
All the potential trad husbands wasted.
It was fun. It was a fun taping. I love the people that work at Governor's in Levittown because this is one guy. He's kind of like a bouncer, and he was like, "Hey, this guy says is he with the show or is he a creep?" And I turn around and it's like this guy Andrew who does my show Wet Spot every Monday on Compound Media, but he did look like a creep. It was just funny because he had like his hat on and his jacket like all the way up. And it was funny because somebody was like, I also heard that someone had brought a bat to the show. It was confiscated. And then someone's like, oh yeah, someone came in with a Proud Boys bat. And I didn't even know that they had their own style of bat. So I learned something.
They probably want you to sign it.
I would have. I was signing some shirts. Yeah, I've signed all sorts of things. So that was fun. That was a great time. And then kind of as a treat, I took myself to the Poconos with a bunch of friends. Me and a couple friends rented a house. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll live stream. Maybe I won't. So I did a little live streaming last night. Had a few drinks, but not so much that I was boozed up. Like not so drunk that I couldn't maintain my balance dancing on a coffee table,
That's important. That's a very important balance to keep, Chrissy. I'm glad that you realized that.
Yeah. I was holding it together, dancing around, having a blast, sometimes us ladies need to kick back and have fun.
Absolutely.
And
2022, year of the bimbo.
Oh my God, guys, totally to derail this conversation. Bob Saget died.
Yes, I found out about
I just saw that.
I was, way to bring the room down.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's very sad. I know I was like very quickly looking to see if he had gotten a certain injection. But
I guess he did. My sources are telling me that he got boosted, baby.
I think 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Seeing a common trend with that. I can't
He
put
wasn't
it all
very
together.
It was not old. He was
65.
65.
Yeah, I think it was 65.
Prime of his life. Still got plenty of loads in him. No, it's very sad and just America's sweetheart of a man.
I didn't know him like at all.
I never met him either.
TV, so
I'm really mostly judging it from Full House.
Oh, okay. I assumed he was a porn star because his last name was Saget.
Saget.
Now he's the dad in Full House.
Oh, okay.
Very wholesome.
And then he's the narrator on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm trying to segue this back to me. And
and
I'm not going to be able to. You know who loved the
Poconos?
Saget. Saget loved the Poconos. Man,
R.I.P.
He could really shred the gnar.
Oh, I'm sorry I derailed this.
No, it's okay. No, it was very shocking. It was super, super shocking. Snowboarding was kind of a bust. You would think that in January they would have had enough time to make snow. Like start making snow in November. Like what the fuck were you doing all of December?
Come
I
on,
don't know.
man.
I'm trying not to direct all my rage at Camelback Mountain, but what were you doing in December? So they didn't make enough snow. Everything was fucked up. So we went back, started drinking. I did a little bit of a dancing live stream, and then I get a message. And so this was a live stream, dancing around, having fun. I'm there with a couple of other friends, one of the booth boys from Compound Media. So it's all people that I know. And so it was live. We went for maybe an hour, and then I took it down, made it private because I had some copyrighted music in there, and it was just kind of what if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. It's not my greatest work or whatever. So, but I get a message from a man, of course, sharing his feelings about
a man
dancing.
Sharing his feelings.
Oh my.
Disgusting.
Okay, check it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. And by the way, so this video was taken down because I made it private. So he commented this on a clip that I had posted about a completely different subject. He had to let me know, so he posted these comments on another video. So he said, Chrissy and people dancing around drunk, getting in a hot tub, not being very dignified.
Chrissy.
Your dad?
You're a comedian. What the hell does he want?
What do they expect?
People in chat seemed rather embarrassed just to be in the chat. First of all, that's reading a lot into it. Would make a great PSA on alcoholism. Sometimes acting 38 years old isn't a bad thing.
What the fuck?
He's just mad you look young for your age.
I know.
Yeah. I'm already filled with rage after the first paragraph, but I will go on.
Please continue.
The video went private immediately. Figured it would. So I screen captured the whole thing minus the first 3 minutes. If she needs help remembering. And then he said,
you responded to...
Oh, this is a response to somebody saying, oh, you haven't posted it, and then or something like that. And then they said, you haven't published the screen capture, or maybe somebody else, I don't know. this is a little out of sequence. No, wasn't planning to, meaning publish the screen capture. Got nothing against Chrissy. I think Frank, my boyfriend, was behind the camera, seemed sober enough to know it was a bad idea. Not sure what the nearly passed out girl on the couch who looks like she was, bless you, who looks like she was on more than alcohol thought. First, this is terrible sentence structure. Like this is, it pains me. But
Agreed.
the girl on the couch is my friend Lindsay, who had a back injury, and she was like, you know, she wasn't passed out. She was just laying down because, you know, we're not in our youth anymore, and all of us have at least
he's pointed out
something on our bodies that's gone awry. So her back was a little fucked up, and she was laying down. Somebody in the chat also called her a man. Like, who's that guy laying down? So she's been through enough. All right.
Fuck.
The internet is a brutal place, man.
It is.
The internet does not relent. Okay. In a world of hypocritical people, especially in the online trashing communities,
You would know.
it helps to have something ready to throw out. If people are going to call out others' behavior, then they better be squeaky clean.
What?
What? And then I responded with, I have never claimed to be squeaky clean. I didn't realize 38 was too old to dance with friends on a vacation or go in a hot tub in a house that I rented. The woman on the couch had a back injury and had trouble sitting up. It went private because we played copyrighted music. But thanks for letting me know where you're at.
That's a good
Chrissy, you were-
response.
No, Chrissy,
You
I
were
for
squeaky
one,
clean.
I for one am genuinely shocked at this behavior because you are the pinnacle of abstinence and all things good in this society, and we all know that you're going to be a nun one day. So you know, very shocking behavior from a Chrissy.
You know, and I thought about this. That's why I was like, look, I'm not trying to put I know that I am a sex symbol, but I'm not trying to put myself out there as a sex
Indeed.
symbol. That is for the beholder to see within me. And so keeping this in mind, I went into this hot tub fully clothed. I went into the hot tub with a pair of black yoga pants and a tank top from the hit movie The Room. Okay, so
How dare you?
and I was like, all
Oh
right,
my God.
and then there were two of my dude friends who went into the hot tub, and they like, one guy went in his satin pajamas, and one guy went in also with his clothes, and then no nudity, no
These
dicks
are
or
super
balls.
like dressed. Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were like those. Who are those kinds of like? I just remember when I was a lifeguard, we'd see like this kind of. I forget what kind of Jewish these people are, but they go into the pool fully clothed. I was essentially doing that. So I don't know. This fills me with rage but this is an interesting, I think, jumping off point because I think we all do this. It's easier to put people in groups, and because you know you want. There's too many people on the internet. You know, you want to know how to. Okay, she's a fucking dumb liberal. All right, she's somewhere in the middle. Okay, she's alt-right. She's cool. She can hang, or whatever, whatever you're thinking. So I don't know. It's interesting because I sometimes trigger a lot of people because I will interview Sebastian Gorka, and then the next day I will talk to Elsa Jean, like one of the biggest porn stars. And I don't know if that frustrates people. I don't know if any of you gals have experienced something similar where people have put you in a group and then they get mad or upset with you because you don't do or act as you should.
Oh, that always happens. It's like this, they have this idea of what you are and what they want you to be. And the second you step outside of that, they lose their fucking minds and they turn on you.
I think it is easier. It's easier to group people into boxes instead of being like, oh, that's like an individual who thinks a certain set of things. Because I think things that are relatively left leaning, and then I think other things that are super conservative. And people are like, I don't really know where to rank you. I'm like, good, perfect. I like to keep you on your toes. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just telling you what I think. If you're being honest, it makes you hard to class. I feel like the only people you can group easily are people who aren't being honest about what they think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you are, like, I'm sure there's like some of the guys at the Daily Wire, you'd be like, okay, who's more straight and narrow? Probably Ben Shapiro, probably that Matt Walsh guy. You know, I don't know. I haven't like done a deep dive on anybody, but I just don't think it's fair to put somebody who's not like known to be on a certain, like, I don't know. But then again, I'm on Compound Media, which people call alt-right. So, and maybe I'm just being a chick and taking this too personally. I'm going to have a truly.
Do it. Take it away. I think that, I don't think that it's useful to class people as being like straight and narrow because it's what they think is right. You know, I feel like everybody is trying to do. Sorry, I like damaged my hand because I stabbed myself
Oh
earlier
my
today.
God, Lydia, I didn't know you were a gymnast. I used to get those
Right.
from the uneven bars.
I
would
look
rip
like I'm
my-
getting ready to fight. Honestly, I'm truly Irish in this one. No, I stabbed myself in the hand because I'm really clumsy, and I was trying to do the most white girl thing ever and get the pit out of an avocado, and the knife went straight through. I was like, wow, that's never happened to me before.
I thought you were trying to do the
That's a
thing.
bad
Ow.
manner.
Yeah, I was trying to
they
do
stab
that
the
thing
knife.
with the
Like,
knife.
like, and I fucked
Anyway,
up.
my injuries aside, yeah, I do think that everybody should be free to demonstrate what they actually think, and that will make people harder group into groups. But I know it's simpler, it's easier, especially on the internet, to be like, oh, you're alt-right, oh, you're this and this. And especially with the left media, they're like, oh, everyone's alt-right. Everyone who's left of Mao, everyone who's right of Mao is like it's bad. It's really bad. I don't understand. It just makes it easier for them.
I don't
No,
like
it's
the
anyone
idea-
that. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Anna. Well, this is
I think I'm
awkward
on
now.
a delay.
It's hard.
I don't like the idea that and I'm sure most people don't feel this way, but that anyone feels like they need to arm themselves with some sort of footage that they need to have at the ready in case they need
That's
to like
so
cancel
weird.
somebody or like put someone down or in their place. Like, I don't know what I've said or done that makes people think that I'm someone who's going to do a gotcha or going to like judge or shit on other people. It's like, I have my own opinions. I guess that's fine. I can judge from my own life experience. But like the fact that this guy was like, I better record Chrissy going fully clothed into a hot tub and doing like an Elaine Bennis dance in a rented house in the Poconos because I don't know when I'm gonna need it.
People get mad over anything. Like, for example, even when you do good for yourself. So it's not just like, oh, if you're having fun in a hot tub, it's also like, oh, if you have somebody significant on your show, then, you know, we're going to give you crap for it. Kind of like what Chris was saying earlier. For example, on my first interview on Internet Girl, was a podcast I was doing. I had a billionaire on, and also like,
who is he single?
Ooh,
no, I must gatekeep. And then I had no, you can find it on Internet Girl. I have the playlist on my channel. And then I had a Emmy Award-winning director on my show, and everyone was like, "How could you get them on your show?" It was Lionel Friedberg, and they were like, "No, you're not qualified. You can't talk to this person." So they get really uppity.
what?
Yeah,
You can
True
talk
story.
to anyone. What the hell? That's so strange
know.
to me. Like, do we not live in a place where you can literally go on Twitter and yell at any celebrity you want? Because I thought we did. Like, can't you just yell at anyone you want to? You can. That's one of the greatest things about Twitter is that you can literally go yell at the president if you want to. I think that's how it should be, honestly.
Yeah. And then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, should I take this random man internet comments to be like, okay, should I keep that in mind the next time somebody does something that I feel like is outside of their character? And it's like, where do you draw the line? I don't know. And that's the thing is like I get it. I've made myself a public internet person. And of course, like I'm live streaming myself dancing around like a fun time gal. And of course, I wouldn't be live streaming if I didn't want people to watch what I was doing. But yeah, maybe extending a little more grace to people. I don't know. I don't have an answer to this for this person. I just thought that maybe you girls would just tell me that I was right. That's what I was really looking at.
We're here to validate you, Chrissy. Don't worry.
here's our
Well,
validation
honestly,
queen.
What does this guy think he's going to accomplish? Oh my God, I have video footage of a comedian dancing and making a fool of herself when she's drunk. Oh my gosh, people are going to rile to my side and cancel her. It's like, no, people are going to tell you you're fucking retarded.
Guess you
Yeah.
can't
It's
run
that
for Congress
simple.
now, Chrissy.
It's crazy.
If you want to piss men off online, really, all you have to do, and this is especially true for women that are like on the right, if you just say the word men, they have a complete fucking meltdown. If you make any generalization toward men, it's over for you. Even if it's a joke, it doesn't matter. It's taken seriously. But
do
you're allowed to
women-
make all the generalizations about women, though. Like, oh,
True.
this is proof why women shouldn't be CEOs. And then, you know, you have everyone orf clapping to it. But if you make any jokes towards men, just say the word men and it will trigger them. It's insane.
Interesting.
Brittany is a professional troll.
No, you're
Professional
right,
cage
Brittany.
rattler.
So I never do this, but there was this one guy in my comments on like some random video, and he was totally mansplaining to me, which is a thing. You can have womansplaining too. It's just, you could tell he was being a total cunt, right? And so I did a video about it and just kind of like ripping him apart because I'm like, yo, you're mansplaining to me something. And then so many guys got triggered, and this one guy got so triggered by my video responding to a comment that he made a whole video about how I'm like an SJW feminist in disguise because I called out a guy for mansplaining on my video. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are triggered.
Wait, can
Men are
somebody
so
explain
emotional.
mansplaining to me? Because I still don't fully understand what it is.
It's when a guy's talking down to you because he thinks that because you're a woman, you're not smart enough to understand the concept of something. So he, as a man, is going out of his way to explain something to you.
Interesting.
Okay, so if we were gonna do the difference between a mansplain and an explain is it's a mansplain if he's explaining something you already know about, and it's an explain if you don't know about it. Like, could you like, let's say my dad was explaining to me the innards of a car. Well, I don't know shit about that. So even if he was doing it in a douchey, condescending way, would I say that he was mansplaining, or would I say that he's explaining?
It's the approach. It's like if he's talking
Yeah.
down to you,
Okay.
if you're a child, then yeah. But if
I
it
think
was
it's condescending.
like another human, yeah, if it was another like a human to human type of thing, then no. Because you can troll with that. If somebody tries to quote unquote mansplain something to you, you could just keep playing it up and acting like you're really dumb, and to the point where they're going to get like, if they're explaining a car to you, you could get them to the point where they're explaining to you how a wheel works, and then they're gonna realize that they're being fucking stupid.
Chrissy, you good?
Oh, my
Can handle
microphone
that.
fell
What's going
off
on
its
over there?
arm. No, help!
Mansplain how to
Falling
properly
apart.
install it.
Help, Frank,
What are you gonna do?
help,
Frank. Thank you, Frank.
No, Frank, mansplain it to her on how to fix it herself.
Mike for her. She's a woman. No, I'm just kidding. There you go. That's better. You don't need a mic for that.
That's what I do when I have technical difficulties.
It's
I don't know,
perfect.
it just came off in my hand.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm gonna do a super chat while you guys.
Yeah.
Did Anna find out who sent her the used panties?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. You know, Russell Hall denies it, but I don't know who else would have done that. For those that don't know, so I went to my P.O. box and I pulled out like this little, it was like a shiny pink package. I was like, oh, what is this? And it said like used panties on it and I had like a confirmation that had been worn for 2 days. And I screamed and then people at my P.O. box looked at me and I was like, oh my God. So no, I
Did
don't
they
know
see
who
the
sent
panty
it.
fall out onto the floor?
No, but they
Like,
all
when you
saw what
dropped
it
it?
said on the package. It was so embarrassing, but
How
I'm just
exciting.
disturbed.
They
Yeah.
probably think you're like an online prostitute or something now.
I know. It's so awkward.
That's really funny. I hope no one gets any ideas from this. Please don't send me used anything. I'm not interested.
But Lydia, you do need some simps. Like, part of why you're here is because you are a simp deficient.
I don't
And
need
okay, you don't
good.
need them, but
I
would
actually-
you turn them away?
The man that I'm with right now was a big fan of mine on TimCast IRL before we met.
Ooh, I love that.
So there you go. There's your simp. I got one. That's all I need.
I love that.
Special
So
simp.
wholesome, Lydia.
Frank
I love
was
it.
kind of
Yeah.
a fan of me.
He came and worked with us. He's like our CTO. He handles all the tech at TimCast. So I'm really happy right now. So yeah, I have the only one I need. And he calls himself a simp. He's like, I was a simp for you before I met you. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Aw.
That's
There
so
you
cute.
go. All sips aren't creepy, it turns out. I really like
Honestly, if he's not obsessed with you, like, just throw him out.
No, he's quite obsessed with me. He really loves me. So
Queen.
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
But does he call himself the CTO, the Chief Titty Officer?
Yes. No, he's the chief tactical officer
Yeah,
since
he
he like
is.
talked to the cops that night. That's his new title.
Girl.
Hey,
Okay, I know.
Woo.
Oh my God! Wow, you guys saw in real time a man fix something.
Woo! Thank
Okay.
you, man. We were just talking about mansplaining. Thank you for fixing that.
Thanks,
we
Frank.
appreciate
He
that.
gets extra jerks tonight.
You're allowed.
So you brought it up, Lydia. I was first of all, I didn't know what the hell swatting was. I thought that was like similar to twerking. I was like, wow, TimCast is taking a sexual turn, and I like it.
Right?
And then I found out what it was, and I was so scared because I was like, oh wow, this is something people could get shot over, like over
Lydia,
nothing.
so they just walked into y'all's house in the middle of the stream?
So here's the thing, because my man was out on the driveway when they pulled up, he talked to them before they even got to us. So thank fucking God that he was out there.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it was like, if they had not known, nobody would have been in the front of the house. They would have just run upstairs, like swept the whole house, because somebody called and told the cops that some guy had shot his wife. Like they literally thought that somebody had been
Oh my
murdered.
God.
Yeah, it was great times.
And then the
So-
cops can just come into your house for that and knock
Yeah.
down the door?
It's exigent circumstances, so
Bro.
they don't need a
Ugh.
warrant. It turns out that's a really fun discovery. Yeah, they don't need a warrant if they think there's like this emergent circumstance. So yeah, that's fun. I really hope we figure out who did that, because I would like to.
Do you have
Because
any
like,
theories?
Them.
yeah,
I want to hear your theories on who you think did it.
I really don't know. There are plenty of people who are salty at us just because we're online. And I won't point any fingers. I really don't have any theories at this point. The only thing I could come up with, and we talked about this on the show, was that we had Marjorie Taylor Greene on. She has a lot of haters. So
But
I'm
only a
guessing
specific amount of people know your address, so it has to be somebody
Yeah.
that's kind of close with you guys, right?
or
Before-
done the show.
So
right?
Yeah.
even before Tim and I came out to the house, because we came out at the same time because we were doing the show, even
Mhm.
before we got out there, we'd been doxxed. So that's kind of been floating around. Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't come up earlier.
Right.
And I don't think this will be the last time. And we're going to have some form of security, just somebody out there who can talk to them. So we don't need to rely on our CTO possibly being out there.
Or the
And-
feds just
Mhm.
running into your house. What the
Exactly,
hell?
right?
That's
I was
so rude.
I was
wild.
watching a clip, and I'm like watching Tim's face, and I'm like, oh, he seemed pissed that they were able to just like walk into the streaming room.
We were.
And I
was
wonder
like,
if he's thinking like, wow, that's how easy somebody can get access to me. They can just look like they're a cop or say, I mean, I'm going nuts. I'm going 0 to 60. I'm like, oh, anyone can just say they're a cop and they're swatting you. And here we are. And like, boom, they already
Exactly.
have all this access. And I was like, I was just thinking like what I would do if I was him and like how I would protect myself in that situation. And you just don't fucking know. And you guys had Brandon Tatum on, who
yeah,
was
he's
an
the
ex-cop.
perfect guest for this.
Perfect guy to have
he really
on.
was.
Exactly. This is perfect. This is awesome. So
I
I
was
was
like
actually
sitting
really
there narrating it in live time, like this is what's happening now.
Exactly.
Okay, that's that
and then
tactic.
we immediately got to talk about it with a former cop. I was like, this is so perfect. This is such good timing. So I
It
ended
was,
up being
was
happy.
Brandon Tatum who swatted you guys just so you could be like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah,
let me
just let me
explain what
funny.
just happened.
Did you
I don't
see the
think so.
cop first, or did you get like an IM or something?
I
Like
got
a
an
message?
IM from because he was messaging me. He's like, cops are here. I was like, what? What's going on? He's like, oh, they think that he's like, I think we're being swatted because they think that somebody was shot here or whatever. And I was like, okay. He's like, they might come in, they might come upstairs. I heard a bang downstairs and I was like, oh God, they're gonna come upstairs. I was like sitting on the edge of a roller coaster because I was like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be the only one who knows it's gonna happen.
You're like, how do you subtly interject
you
that
couldn't
into
message-
the
You
stream as
can't.
well?
Did you
No,
message
By
him?
the way,
Did you just
during
send?
the show?
You can't
So I
message
was like-
him and say like BTW.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't look at his phone during the show. He's very focused. Yeah, there's no way for me,
Dang.
short of like throwing a rolled up paper at him to get his
Like a post
attention.
be like,
You need to have a little whiteboard off to the side
Yeah, I
that you
need-
can
I need
pull up
to-
for
True.
emergencies.
And like a light. We're being swatted. Oh my God, help.
like do this.
You should have
Yeah.
spammed the chat.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know if they're going to come up here. So I guess we'll just find out. It's very exciting.
Did
You
you guys
scared?
get their badge numbers? Just
We
in
didn't,
case.
but we are going to probably, we've been told we can FOIA all this stuff. And I think we
Mhm.
will.
FOIA?
FOIA. It's a Freedom of Information Act request.
right.
Yeah, so we're probably going to get like the 911 call and see if we can figure out who it was. Odds are not that we know who it was. And it
Lydia.
probably was.
I made a video on my channel
Oh
on
yeah,
theories on who did it.
yeah. Who do you think it was? Who'd you come up with?
Oh, this is
I
like a
came up
game
with
of Clue.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I
Professor
came up with a
Mustard.
few suspects. So
Oh boy,
yeah, so I don't know. Should I spoil it?
you can spoil it. Tell me what you guys think.
Okay, so I did a democracy style thing on it, and I had my
Oh.
chat vote, and I presented each one's case. So like one was Jack Murphy, one of them was the people from the Criminal Order, and then the other one was Sam Hyde, international terrorist.
Right. He keeps getting away with it. I know.
And then the fourth one was Fresh and Fit, because Fit is a former Fed.
Oh,
and he's been there.
That's true. He has been here. That's a good point. I don't know. See, and at the end of the day, I just don't know. That would be simplest for it to be one of those possible options who kind of knew us personally. But I do think that it's because Marjorie Taylor Greene is so kind of inflammatory. I think she's great. I think she's really interesting. And I think she was awesome on the show. But I know she's got detractors, so it's possible.
I know exactly what you mean. There was one time with me, because people can be really vindictive about that, so that's a good point. For example, my manager got swatted, like, because of me. Someone didn't like me, and they swatted him. And they could have killed his dogs. Yeah, he happened to be outside, so, like, he was able to de-escalate it, but they literally swatted him.
And if nobody's out there to meet them, do they just barge in? Like, did they break anything in the house, Lydia?
They didn't. They came in really calm because Andy was out on the front and able to meet them. So thank fucking God. Honestly, I'm starting to think you need someone out there like on the front 24/7 to make sure you
Let me do it. I'll wear a tight dress.
There you go.
I'll be with a plate of cookies. I'll be like, hello.
Put a coffee table out there so she can just dance on it all day.
Exactly.
You know,
yes.
I'm sure you guys have it, but maybe think about getting like the Ring app, or if you have a gate. Like
we do. So we have security cameras. Yeah. We have security cameras. So we have the footage from that. We have my coworkers doing the whole hands up thing. First thing they did, cops said they followed all their instructions. They told them you can't enter without a warrant. And they're like, nope, exigent circumstances. So in we go. So that was very exciting. Because Tim was like, oh my gosh, someone let them in without demanding a warrant. But no, it turned out that everybody insisted, and they were like, no, we have to. And I kind of understand. It's like, if you really think that somebody was shot in this house, you're probably not going to want to mess around. You're not going to be like, I'm going to go get a warrant or whatever and come back.
See, I was wondering if Tim was like freaking out, because I think just from what I've observed from him, he seems to be someone who's like very cool under pressure. Like, I saw that fight with the Raw guy. Yeah. And if it was me watching it, I was like, I hate any kind of like fighting or like conflict, because I always feel like I have to brace, like I'm about to get hit. But he really held it together, and that's a real skill. I don't know if it's like a man-woman thing, but
he is very composed.
Yeah,
always.
He's been in so many, like covering so much just in his experience, like covering like riots and stuff.
He was in Turkey. He was in Egypt. He's been in a bunch of different like actual kind of war zone situations. So he's pretty chill about, like a cop just walked into the studio and it's like, all right,
copy.
Fine. There's a cop here now. No big deal. He didn't kick the door in or anything. So it's like, whatever.
And Lydia, you're like, who you're like, it's my birthday. He's a stripper. Surprise.
No, I wish he was a little chubby for that. Some kind of
boo. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It was probably a bulletproof vest, though.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Yeah.
That's bulletproof. I appreciate that. They were probably really nervous too. If they really did think that some guy just shot his wife and was ready to kill himself, they were probably like really on edge, because that's like an active shooter type situation. So
did they know? I don't want to sound like you guys should have big timed yourself, but like, did they know who you guys were, or did they just come into a house?
No, but the recording does say they're like, it's like they're recording a political podcast or something. So we're going to go check them out. And I was like, that's all they know. I'm glad they don't know about our politics or care about our politics. I'm glad they're just like, they're just recording something, whatever. So yeah. And they even said on the recording, they're like, we think this might be a swatting. So I was like, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, that's really stressful.
Yeah. But it's all good. All's well. Yeah. Well. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Might start a trend. Kind of hope not.
Oh God.
It's kind of stressful.
If you're going to send cops to somebody's house, make sure they're really good looking.
Exactly.
And
I always like the firefighters when they would come to like the hospital where I work, because they were always very
have a little oil going.
No. I was never looking my best at the hospital. I never minded it.
From Rogue Gyno, Evening Ladies.
It's Russell Hall.
Quack, quack. That's him?
Yes.
Right. Goodbye.
Oh, snap.
Granty's nuts. Rest in peace, our dad, Bob Saget. Oh, poor
Hmm.
Bob.
Did you guys ever see his comedy? Because I never did.
Like here and there, like
Wasn't he on tour? Like
he
currently?
was at
Was
the
he
beginning
really?
of a tour for going the rest of the year. Yeah, it was really sad. I think the tour was going. It was called the I'm Not Negative tour.
Was
I
it about
wonder
COVID and
Aw.
stuff?
I wonder if that's a nod to COVID. That would be
Yeah, I was
kind of
gonna say.
hilarious.
Yeah. Poor guy. That's too bad. I hope that they figure out whatever it was, because I guess he just kind of dropped dead or something. I didn't
Yeah, they
see.
just found him in his hotel room. Like there's no other information other than that.
Wasn't like he did
Wow.
one too many lines or something. I don't know if he's that kind of person.
I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna keep my ear to the comedy gossip.
Yeah, you should know
phone
this
this week. I'm gonna see if I can get any clues. Boricua Thomas. I'm Puerto Rican. I lost a lot of friends, family for supporting Trump. Good to see a fellow Hispanic speaking truth, freedom, and liberty. So, Sav Sim,
Hey, what's up, guys?
you want to trill your R's for him or something?
I'm not that Hispanic. I'm more
Okay.
Asian, but you
Oh,
know
right.
what? I'm brown enough. I can represent. I can represent for sure.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Colt Seaman, if you want to be the ultimate simp Chad, you have to join SimpCast, and for $99 a month or $5,000 and 100 chicken nuggets for a lifetime membership to become the Simp King.
Yes.
Hail to kids. You know this
Thank
man.
you.
Sav, can you give us the Latinx pass, please?
Ooh.
Yes, I'll take one of those.
The
please.
Latinx
Thank
pass.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Latinx.
That's not a thing, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll give you the Latinx pass. You give us the black card pass, Brittany.
All right.
This
Let's
is
call
a
it a trade.
diverse show. I booked diversity first here.
Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
Wonderful.
trying to do better, as they
Mutt
say.
power.
You gotta do better. You gotta do better, yeah.
Do better. From Nesquick, I was told to hype up my homegirls with this. Oh, it's a crown.
Oh,
I
Aw.
must
Thank
have
you,
dropped,
Nesquick.
must
Love
have
it.
dropped it.
Gee, thank you.
Okay. From Martin number 1. Gay simp heaven, only missing Sid. Huge fan of Lydia, sane part of TimCast IRL. Finally bought into the Sav hype. Love for Britt and Anna and Chrissy. Wow, he
Yeah.
finally bought into your hype, Sav.
I didn't know there was a Sav hype, but all right, let's
Apparently
go.
there is hype. That's great. I love it.
I like that.
Are there enough simps to go around?
I
That's
think
my
so.
concern.
I think so.
There's no shortage, I don't think.
Brittany Venti, your boobs just said, who the F is Sav and can I get her number?
Can I get some
Boobs
of Brittany
are
Venti's
Canadian?
boobs, though? More
Pick
importantly.
a person to simp. His name
Right?
is Brittany Venti's boobs, and then he's going for Sav.
That's rude. I don't
Pick
like
You
one.
that.
can't have
guy.
a soul.
Your
That's-
boobs
yeah.
are Canadian,
That is
Brittany?
Maple Milkies?
From Young Pei Chang, my only Asian fan. Hey, Sav. Hello, Liz.
Hello.
Konnichiwa. No, I'm
He's
kidding.
my one and only. Ray J's World. Savannah and Lydia on the same show. Chrissy,
Yes,
you really got lucky in this one.
You sirs.
Maybe Lydia could talk to Tim Pool about bringing Sav to have their own show.
Your own show.
I'm
a
boring now. I'm
Disney
boring
show?
now. You know what, Lydia? Tim actually used to follow me on Twitter before I got deleted because I did a lot of riot reporting, but I'm boring now. Not worth
bad girl.
interviewing. So
I was
sad.
gonna say, what's your handle? I'll tell him to follow you back. He feels like he finds he gets unfollowed from a bunch of people, and I do too. I hate it.
Oh no, girl! I my account got deleted because Donald Trump retweeted me, so my whole reporting career got deleted.
Lucky.
That's great. It's
Yeah.
a high honor. Good
Did that
work.
get you points on
I-
Getter or what?
No, dude, I was mad about it because like I used to go on Newsmax and Fox News and like all the shows all the time because of my reporting, and now I just come on SimpCast, which is actually better. So I actually am the winner here. What can I say? What can I say?
I
It
love
is. This is the dark horse of news shows.
I love it.
From John Cordisco, Lydia, love you, all in caps. Keep on keeping on. God bless. God bless you,
you.
Ma.
Appreciate that. Wholesome.
Lydia, you're so famous.
Ooh,
so famous.
Epstein's
Ooh,
ghost.
That's spelled wrong.
Oh no.
Hell, where's good Ghislaine? Hell, ladies, any thoughts on Bob Saget's passing? It just happened.
Sad.
It's sad.
I'm
all,
sorry.
Yeah, we're all in agreement that it's sad.
F's in the chat, part 2.
Yes, R.I.P.
David, wouldn't you like to know? Ooh,
Ooh.
someone's got money. Someone just got engaged, correct? If so, congrats. Big fan of the SimpCast, ladies.
Is this true?
No. Did someone?
No. The
No.
only. Oh,
You must
no.
be thinking of a different. Nothing on these hands.
Hit. No, I'm
Brittany?
kidding.
Brittany's not putting her hands up.
Brittany.
Did you get it?
I did. No.
Oh my gosh!
That's
No,
unsafe,
what the
unsafe.
hell? The
Don't worry,
only-
Simps. You can proceed. My
Yeah.
hands are blank.
Proceed
Okay.
to simp.
The only news that came out from us was that my man is very interested in marrying me, which I think is wonderful because I'm ready to start
Wow.
and be
Where's he
super
at? Put him on
trash.
Because you want to
screen
have
now. We're
babies,
gonna
right,
pressure
Lydia?
him
Yes.
until he get engaged to you live on air right now. Let's have
Right
make it
now?
happen.
Well,
Right
no,
now.
I don't think we can do that. I
Live
think we let this
on the
supposed to pay the
SimpCast.
bills.
For
No,
Lydia's sake, I
Tell 'em to
think she
find a ring
deserves
pop.
better. She deserves better than a SimpCast engagement.
I'm sorry, but I feel like that's peak engagement. Okay.
I think you're
so-
right. I
literal-
agree.
it's literal
Peak engagement.
Mhm.
No, it's
Oh my god.
that's the
How
only thing
long-
I can come up with.
How long have you been dating?
A little while. We've been friends for quite a while, and I've been like separated / divorced since this summer.
Were people giving you shit for that? Because the internet likes
No,
to.
but they were just like, well, who's this new man? I thought Lydia was married. And I'm like, well, so here's what's happening. My life sucks, but this new guy's fantastic and makes me feel the happiest I've ever felt. So,
Aw.
yeah, so
There
The
is
ul-
pretty
hope.
simple.
The
Pretty
ultimate simp
straightforward.
is marriage.
I know, right?
See? Here's that guy who sent me all those messages.
There you go. You
Uh,
better tell him.
Yeah. Martin number 1. Chrissy, what happened to you is what happened to Trump. Trump just said he trusted the vaccines. He didn't say he would force them, but the right lost it. What? I don't know if I'm
So
seeing.
he did. So there was an interview, I think the one that he did with Candace Owens, where he was talking about
Yes!
credit for
Everyone
the
got so
vaccine.
upset, myself included.
Same.
Right. Oh,
That made
oh,
me
here's
kind of
the-
heated.
this is Dip. This is a real thing in my heart.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we're cat
I wanted to
posting?
see
Hell
the
yeah.
cat. Hold on, get the
This is
cat
Rain.
on. There he is.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's flying.
He likes to step on my keyboard. He likes to reset my computer so I don't know. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, so cute. They're
Cat.
siblings.
Oh my
How
God.
cute. Oh my god.
I feel like I need to go get my cat, but they're assholes.
Oh,
No, that's
I don't
okay.
have
Mine
a
is too.
cat. I don't have a cat. I just have stuffed animals.
Yeah, she's in my lap every SimpCast episode, so I always have her readily available. I could just pull her
That's so
up.
cute.
That's so cute.
Mine
Oh
is
wait.
not so amicable.
So what happened with? So Trump went on Candace Owens.
He wants credit for the vaccine, right? He wants credit for warp speed.
Well,
Is
more
that so he can run
importantly-
again?
More importantly, though, he said that nobody's like the people who aren't getting vaccinated are the ones that are filling up the hospitals, and that
That
those
was-
that are getting
Not
vaccinated,
correct.
yeah, and then that those that are getting vaccinated are safe, basically. Like that, I think that's the part that made people kind of mad.
Yeah. I like
Yeah, I
the
wonder why
fact
he's saying that. Boy.
I like the fact that his followers weren't just like, oh, whatever he says, it's great, because they accuse Trump followers of being a cult. I'm like, no, they literally booed him and Bill O'Reilly when he was like, you should take the vaccine. They're like, no, damn you. I think it's great.
You know what? I'm really excited because he's having a rally in Phoenix. I think it may be this week, and I'm interested to see how people will respond to that if he brings up vaccines. I wonder how they'll respond.
They're not cultists. I'm sorry. It might
Yeah.
make it easier for the left if they were, but they're really not.
They just have a lot of camouflage shorts and
Beer bellies.
nice arms, in my experience. From JR, Lydia, how crazy was the swatting on TimCast? How crazy was it?
It could have been a lot crazier. Like, I'm so glad that our CTO / my man was out there on the driveway to greet them and be like, hey, we just work here. You know, this is a workplace. We're just working. They're recording. So by the time they got up to us, they're just like, you know, pushing the door open instead of kicking it open.
I would have been immediately in tears.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, the adrenaline was fucking high.
Oof.
Shout out to Sour Patch Mans. We appreciate him.
Yeah, Sour Patch Dick. On K-Max, as cliche as this sounds, if the media says everyone is alt-right, then nobody is alt-right. Saying it so much, I would think dilutes the value. Joe Rogan and Bill Maher are called alt-right.
Yes, it's true.
It's true.
100%.
Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Bob Saget is dead.
Oh my God.
No, Bob.
We have to reenact how sad we are every time.
Oh my
Really
god.
increasing it, like to the point where we're screaming in tears.
Roge, Gyno. Russell Hall didn't send them, but open the package. All right, another
I'm
inside.
not opening them,
No.
Russell.
Don't open it.
Don't open it.
Hell
do
no,
it.
I'm not opening it.
Mid-tier alpha. Brittany Bimbo splains to us all the time. Very redescending.
Is that
You're the
good?
bimbo.
Redescending?
That's
That
not a
sounds
word.
good.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds like a good thing. Go with
Oh,
it.
this looks like a fact. From IF. On Good Morning America, the CDC director admitted 75% of COVID deaths were people with comorbidities.
Yeah, guys, don't be fat.
We're
You'll
talking
die.
fatties.
Like what? Not even just that, but people with other stuff like diabetes. I don't know. And older people. Being older is technically a comorbidity because it weakens your immune system. I don't know. I feel like everybody knew that.
Totes. Nesquik is back. TimCast is taking a sexual turn.
No,
Careful
don't
with what you wish for. You might end up seeing what's under that beanie.
God, no. You don't want that. No, I'm just kidding.
Lydia's seen under the beanie.
Yeah, it's fine. It's normal. It's like a very normal thing, but it's just his beanie is his brand.
Yeah.
Never
How
asked him
many?
to
I've
do
always
that.
wondered this. How many copies of that beanie does he own? Like, does
Many.
he have like 30 of the
Yes.
same beanie?
Yeah, yeah.
No, Lydia, you're supposed to say it's just one
He
beanie
only
that
has
he
one.
continuously wears.
He
Yeah,
never
there's just one.
changes it. He
just
sleeps
one.
with it on. He showers with it on. Just so you guys know, it never
Yeah.
comes off.
I'm
It's-
imagining
like
a
masks.
closet that he opens and
Yeah,
each
that's
beanie
basically-
is,
that's
is
more what it's-
clipped to a hanger and it's just like
Yeah.
a row of neatly hung up beanies.
It's like Iron Man with like a whole ring of rotating.
Yeah. And he's
beanies.
like, whoosh, whoosh, and then the beanie goes.
True. That's exactly what it's like. Yes, correct.
I love it. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh.
It's Ma'am. It is Ma'am Productions. Y'all are hot, but I'm in love with Savannah.
Oh snap!
Never simp for Sav.
Perfect
That's the
simp
rule.
material.
He's so in love with you, he can't even spell your name right.
Big
Nice.
facts. It's one end,
Strong
guys. Get it
start.
right.
It's called negging. Come on, man.
Oh, I feel like this my only Asian fan is actually a Frank simp. 5 for Frank. Always the ever hand ski man. That's
Correct.
true.
Yes,
That's
you need a handyman in your life.
Frank Simps in the chat.
I love it.
Boricua is back. Anna, that Star Wars girl. Have you ever seen Man O' War album covers? I'd be interested to see what you think of the art and maybe recreate one. God bless your family.
Thank you. I have. The color compositions are a little too orange for me, but when it comes to album covers, I really like what Drew Struzan did, especially like with Alice Cooper and stuff like that. Like if you look at the Welcome to My Nightmare album cover, like the concept of that, it's really interesting if you watch his documentary, but I have no interest in recreating other people's art. And if I'm going to do something, it's going to be my own take and my own composition. Yeah.
Interesting. What a very specific question. Andrew Thomas. Hey to the most sexy and entertaining ladies. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. I really
Beautiful
appreciate Detective Brittany's work on the case. Well, someone should hire her. Someone should hire her.
Hire
Hire
her.
her.
No, no,
Hire
you're gonna
me.
make me work. That's gross.
Yeah.
Gonna work.
From Elsid Barrett. I think the quartering called in the SWAT. He keeps mentioning how January is a slow month for YouTubers. He needs the content. No, he would never.
I doubt it.
Oh my God.
No
There's
way.
way too much going on this month for somebody to like just pull that out of their ass to make up just so they can
This
have content.
January, not slow. Not at all.
Not
Okay.
at all.
It's exciting.
There's so much stuff going on right now.
This is relevant to what I was talking about before from K-Max. What was Lydia thinking when that rugged man thing happened? Was there fear he could hit someone? Only saw the snippet, so was whole interview antagonistic? How did it get so bad?
So
I
when
thought he
was-
wrote, how did it get so hard? Maybe I'm just somewhere else
No,
today.
boy, we're in the wrong headspace here. No, when I picked him up, he was telling me that he disagreed with us, and I was like, "That's fine. We
Like
disagree."
right
with
off the
people
bat, like, hi, thanks for picking me up. I disagree with you.
No,
Like, by the
because
way, I hate you. Thanks.
By the way, I hate you. No, it wasn't like that. It was strange. I think that it was so interesting talking to him because I feel like some people get so programmed, like they'll watch CNN and they believe all of it, and then you bring them on a place like our show where we'll actually argue with them and we'll show them the stuff that we found because Tim and I, neither one of us believe anything that we can't actually back up with like a bunch of different data. So for him to come on, I feel like we challenged him too much at one time. And I don't want to say like his programming was like spazzed out, but I think it was really hard for him to come to terms with all these different things at one time. I'm
You
sympathetic.
literally red pilled him.
really in live in real time. And I think the red pill rejected. So it was like, okay, it went
So
too
it
far.
like just felt like an attack to him then.
Yeah, I think so. So it just
Rough.
went back and forth, and he wouldn't. So he was like challenging Tim on his own lived experience, and I was like, "Aren't you on the side that firmly believes in lived experience? Shouldn't you be like embracing the lived experience of this guy who's like at least part minority?" But he kept calling him like this white boy or whatever, and I'm like, that's just not nice to do to anyone. Like, you should hear everyone out. You should hear everyone's experience through fully.
Did
Like,
Tim show him his Asian card? Be like, look.
I mean, he lost his Asian card, so he doesn't really have one anymore. But he should have, I guess. I guess that would have helped. But it was strange. And yeah, he just got super. I feel like he triggered himself in his own head. But it just kind of ramped up. They ended up hugging it out. It ended up being fine. But at the moment, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Did he apologize to your microphones?
He did not, but that's okay.
I was like, no, they're expensive.
I mean, if
And I was
your
like, please don't
microphones
hit
can
my
handle,
mics.
if your microphones can handle Alex Jones, they can handle anything.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was
Unless
thinking.
it's Chrissy.
Yeah,
Chrissy's mic
what?
can't handle
Really?
some touch.
No, apparently mine is weak in the knees today.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, this is in a currency I don't understand. From the last king of Norway.
Norwegian.
Oh yeah, Kondu Snakanusk. Watch Daddy Bob's telling of the aristocrats.
Telling
Oh.
it's. I gotta look that up.
Telling of the aristocrats.
It's
a long
actually
joke.
pretty funny.
Was it?
I
Yeah.
want to see if I can find it.
I gotta look it up. Yeah. I need to learn more about him.
I can't play it because it's copyrighted. All right, my producer's telling me there's a lot of bad words. Right, of course.
boy,
There's
yeah.
The aristocrats. There's every bad word in it. Oh,
Every
yeah.
bad word. Awesome.
It's very dirty but funny. Okay. This is a question for Frank. I don't know why people keep simping for Frank. This is not called
yes,
the Frank
I love
cast.
it. I'm here for it.
Morgan Babcock. Chrissy, who do you and Frank may be a good prospect for New York governor? Ooh, very interesting because I just interviewed Andrew Giuliani, son of Rudy.
Oh my.
And I also just interviewed Rob Astorino, fellow Westchester resident. Rob was very anti-mandates and like not afraid to show it, which I respect and appreciate.
Yes.
God, I got along with them both really well. But also Larry Sharp, who I love and have known since 2018. He's the one responsible for my gold pilling, which is slang for like sort of turning me more libertarian. Larry, also a great dude. God, it's really tough. Wow. I can't. God, it's like it feels like if I don't say Larry, it's gonna feel like cheating on my man, like on my friend. Yeah. Frank is gonna talk. This has never happened before, and it won't happen again.
On SimpCast.
A male?
My name on it, I'll say something. The ideal candidate for New York State right now is clearly Larry Sharp. He has some of the best ideas. He's libertarian based, but I don't think he will win without the support of the Republican or conservative sides. Realistically, out of Andrew Giuliani, Larry Sharp, and Ralph Astorino, I do think Astorino might have the best shot because he's Westchester County based. Yeah, he's in the Republicans. He's a little old school, but he's very anti-mandate. He's very libertarian-minded, and Westchester County is very blue, and he did win Westchester County Executive, I think, 8 years ago. So out of those three, so far, I think Astorino has the best shot, but Larry Sharp is the best candidate.
Okay. I like that analysis.
Frank, you have a beautiful voice.
He does. Yeah. I tell him all the time.
Like you should be a podcaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to spring for a microphone for his little desk over there.
You guys should have the camera cut to him like how on You're Here it cuts to Brandon.
Yes, I like that. I like the producer having a camera. I like that idea.
But the more cameras we have in this room, the more people can see how unkempt our bedroom is. So
that's fair. That's fair.
It just makes you seem like one of the people, Chrissy.
I'm so relatable.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Guys, look at my dirty underwear. All right, Crystal Rice.
Don't show your hamper.
Oh, right. My hamper is the floor. You ladies rock. I really appreciate Sav. Linda.
According to Luke.
Linda and Crazy.
Crazy,
Nice to meet the other two.
This reminds me of this email
Linda's
I saw.
running late.
This reminds me of this TikTok I saw. This lady was like, every time somebody at my job emails me spelling my name wrong, I email them back spelling their name wrong.
Yes,
And I'm like, ooh,
that's
that's
fair.
extra petty.
I like that. No, that's fair.
See, that's
name
why
is
I
in your
just
email.
started having everyone call me Sav because I got tired of being like, it's one N, ho. So it's just Sav now. It's just
I
Sav.
love it.
For real. Dar, I'm pooping, but you are cool. Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Congratulations on pooping.
That's a
proud
great
of you.
accomplishment.
And it's a picture of a pigeon.
TMI.
So, yeah.
TMI.
He has mommy issues.
You think so?
Yeah, he wants a female mature figure to tell him, good job for making your little poopy whoopy. Do you want me to wipe it for you?
They're trying to gross you out. So by being like,
Yeah.
oh, good for you.
I'm jealous. Like, I didn't poop the whole weekend in the Poconos. Like, my butthole never could relax. Like, my butthole was like, it's like a scared rabbit. It's like, I'm in a new
Oh,
place.
no.
Like,
You're a shy pooper.
it's not safe
Chrissy.
here.
That's not good.
Oh, Chrissy. You're funny, Chrissy. You should go into comedy, dude.
I know,
Oh,
right?
Stop it. Okay, from Joe talking nerdy. I've come here to chew bubblegum and simp, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
You're in the right place, dude. Yes.
Yeah. I'm good at gum. Okay. Opinionated news guy. Sav, Twitter Jack still has house here in St. Louis. Oh, Twitter Jack. Okay. I know where it is if you want to directly appeal your ban.
Well, Jack isn't the CEO anymore. It's some Indian guy. So,
yeah.
It's Pravnav.
yeah, it's freaking Sanjay Gupta part 2. I don't know.
Yeah, he's bad too.
Dude,
Really
all
bad.
Indian people are just named Sanjay Gupta to me. I'm a bad
Why did
person. I know.
did he leave because why did Jack Dorsey leave?
I've heard that he left because he actually didn't like the censorship. And he was just like, because you know how Jack Dorsey's kind of like a hippie, and he would always come into these Senate hearings with like his beard and dreads and just like, hey man, like I just feel like he was a hippie who didn't want to deal with it, and that's why he was like, I'm out.
Yeah, he also had Azalea Banks cast a spell for him too. Do you remember that?
What?
I didn't
God.
see that.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That
guess it
makes
didn't work.
sense.
Interesting.
Jack Dorsey's weird, man. Just like not like Mark Zuckerberg weird, but he's definitely like kind of weird.
He's got a pierced nose. I mean,
Say no more.
Yeah.
All right. Brian Starkey. I've been simping for Lydia for a year. I am
Thank you.
owned by 5 cats.
that makes me a great
That
catch.
makes me a great catch. Wow.
Lydia, you gotta tell your man to propose. This man's owned by 5 cats.
Oh my god.
That's pretty great. That's pretty impressive.
I feel like Brian owns a live, love, laugh pillow.
Probably.
Aww.
I'm owned by 5 cats. It's really cute and like actually very endearing. The Front Porch Conservative. What do you get when you mix Lucille Ball and Brandi Love? Chrissie Mayr, of course. May all of you lovely ladies have a great 2022. I love that you think I've taken as many dicks as Brandi Love.
Oh
No,
my. And you're as wholesome as Lucille Ball.
Yeah, they kind
You're
of balance
somewhere in
each
the
other out.
middle.
Actually,
I love
technically they're both wholesome, but it depends how you're looking at the word.
Chrissy,
All right.
I'm an idiot, and I went on Brandi Love's Twitter just to kind of check her out, and it was just straight up porn and dicks.
It is that.
I was shook
yeah.
to the core. I was like, "Oh, my sweet Christian eyes."
Oh no.
I can't imagine how you felt with the Jack Murphy stuff
If
then.
you never knew that Brandi Love
Oh.
had done porn and you listened to
No, Chrissy, girl, I'm
Brandi
sorry.
Love is like, I don't know. So do you think she should have been kicked out of Turning Point?
Yes,
USA?
I do, because I'm like,
Really?
I'm actually like, if you're gonna say that you're a conservative, then be about it. If you're not conservative and you're showing your tits and ass all over the internet, that's not conservative, bro. So to me, it's like, if you want to be a part of the right, be a part of the right, but just don't say you're conservative, because by definition, you're not.
Even
Interesting.
if she went to
Oh.
even if she went to this event and was in no way, she wasn't handing out cards, she didn't have her tits out, she wasn't like bending
My
over.
thing with it is that there were young kids there, not
Yeah.
young, but it's because that this
16,
event.
17.
That's
they
what I'm
never
saying.
watched
This
porn.
event is geared towards younger kids. We're supposed to be influencing the next generation. This is more of a political thing. And I know she wasn't really there to advocate for her brand or herself, but she's still a porn star at the end of the day. And I think a lot of the parents were upset about it because they didn't know that a place that their child was going to was also like a porn star was allowed to be at as well. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't like to do any of the infighting. This is my opinion on it. People can have their own, but
No,
I
it's a good
understand where the
opinion.
parents are coming
Yeah.
from. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, was she advertising that she was like a porn star?
I don't think she
No,
was. No,
not
she
while
wasn't.
she was there. No.
Or was she there like as a guest, or did she just go to go?
This is a guest. She bought like a VIP ticket, so she was
Yeah.
there. She obviously like paid money. She wasn't like some
So
sort
then
of guest of honor.
So then
or
what's the
speaking.
problem?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't. Okay, you know what? I can't even say what I want to say here, so there's no
Why
problem.
not?
Hi.
I can't. I can't. No,
I won't be
What was
I
she
won't be
causing?
offended.
So I used to do conventions like to show my art and stuff, and so I did this Halloween convention, and one of my friends, I guess she watched that Playboy Bunny show, and one of the girls that was
Girls
on
Next
it
Door.
was there. What was that? Yeah, Girls Next Door.
Girls Next
And one of the girls that was on it was there, and so she got all
Mhm.
excited. So she ran up and took a picture with her, and I was like, oh, that I didn't know that she was a fan of horror conventions and stuff like that. But I mean, why should people be banned from going to conventions if they're like fans of it, and if they want to go and see like I don't know what this convention was or anything, but
So
like was
it's
she just going to watch
TPUSA.
panels and stuff?
I think
like
she was just
speakers.
going to watch panels, and like I said, I wouldn't even necessarily call myself conservative. So this isn't me being judgmental or anything, but I do have a problem when people say that they're conservative. Specifically, Brandi Love. She says she's a conservative, but you go to her Twitter account and you can physically watch her getting fucked on her Twitter account because she retweets her porn. And so think about being a parent, right? Think about being a parent of a conservative kid. You send your child off to this event thinking that they're going to go listen to Don Jr., and then there's porn stars walking around. And I understand that she's not there to advocate for her porn career, but think about your child being at an event where porn stars are also
But
welcome.
porn stars are everywhere.
Well-
porn stars are in the supermarket. Porn stars are
So
in
here's the
library.
problem. Here's the problem, though. So the difference between being a prostitute and doing a profession is exactly this. So a doctor, when he clocks out, he's a person. A porn star or any online prostitute, when they quote unquote clock out, is still an online prostitute. That's what differentiates it from a normal job.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
Say your kid goes to a TPUSA event and meets Brandi Love and is like, oh, who's this person? I think she's cool. They
gonna
Google
look
her
her
name
up.
and then her porn shows up.
But I don't
How
think-
would you feel about that
I
if your
don't
kid
think
saw
Brandi
that?
Love would be introducing
I mean,
herself to
Yeah.
children.
But her name is Brandi Love, and that's the only introduction you need.
But if a kid, if a under 18 kid
Mhm.
recognizes Brandi Love, whose fault is that? Is that Brandi Love's fault, or is it the parents' fault? Like parents at the end of the day should
Question.
know what their kids are watching or aren't watching.
Well, like I said, TPUSA, the events themselves are a whole nother beast that I'm not even going to comment on. So again, people do what they will. Send your kids wherever you want. This is America. You do you, fam. Like I said, my only
Yeah.
beef is that Brandi Love calls herself a conservative. If she wants to say she's on the right and advocate for like America first values, I definitely agree with that. But I don't agree with her calling herself a conservative. That's
Do you think? And
my only thing with that.
I definitely hear your point, and I totally understand it. Like if you don't identify as this thing, if you're not doing the technical conserving of the values, right? Like that's what they're about. So if then Turning Point or another group similar to it like allows discrimination of porn stars, where does it end? Are they allowed to discriminate cam girls? Are they allowed to discriminate against anyone who does nude modeling? Are they allowed to discriminate against someone who I don't know, does molds for like fleshlights? You know what I mean? Like where does it end?
Yeah.
If we're allowed to discriminate one profession, where does it,
It's private
you know?
property.
See,
isn't it?
Chrissy, and like I said, I'm not a big tent conservative or right winger, if you will. I think that the entire problem with the right is that we have allowed so many people on the left to come into our movement, and we've been so progressive and accepting that look at where America and the right wing is currently at. That's a whole nother issue in itself. Like I said, I'm not on SimpCast to debate. That's kind of just my viewpoint on it. If TPUSA wants to host these types of people, that's their choice. That's what they want to do. I'm saying I understand why parents got upset about it.
Sure.
I think Sav makes a good point because
It
that's
is a good
exactly what
point.
happened with the Jack Murphy stuff. You know, he came from the left, went to the right, and now look how it turned out. Like,
Well, if you're going to accept Brandi Love, then you need to accept Jack Murphy too, because people are just doing their thing. As
See,
far
and
as I-
even the Jack Murphy thing, it's like if he had a past, because we all have a past. I'm sure Chrissy, okay, she was just in a hot tub with her clothes on dancing. If that type of footage ever got
still
out,
in my past.
that's what I'm saying. Like we all have a past. Nobody's perfect, but I think it's like how you respond to your past in the current day that really says a lot about your character, especially if you're leading a certain subset of people. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, I think you should be forthcoming with whatever is in your past.
Yeah.
It helps, makes it easier.
It hurt because he did my show Wet Spot on Combat Media, where I have comedians, porn stars on all the time. Like, we have just fun, it's light. And there, you know what? I should play this clip. Frank, can we get that clip of Jack on Wet Spot? It would have been, and this was back in September, and all this stuff happened, December, mid-December. We made this joke, like, it was me who made the joke. I was like, oh, hey, we're talking about, like, politicians making sex tapes to, like, help their marketability and, like, boost their engagement, and like, an obvious joke, you know? And I was like, oh, Jack, you should make a sex tape. Like, that'll help you get your name out there. And the way someone had clipped it was, like, he, like, looked away, like, right at that moment, and then like, change the subject right away. And now looking back, I go, oh man, this would have been the perfect opportunity to be like, yeah, you know, I have done some camming. It hasn't been for a couple years, but, like, you know what I mean? It's the opportunity was right there.
I feel like when you try to change your, like, whole image, though, it can be challenging because then you're not sure how to navigate what you used to do with who you are now. And I understand if you're trying to change your brand and your whole image, you're not really sure how to navigate those waters. It's hard because there's not really, like, a handbook for how to do that. Mm-hmm. So what you really need to do before you get yourself in that kind of situation is be like, okay, this is going to come up. I know this is going to come up. Fine, whatever. It happened. I need to either own it or completely say I'm never going to talk about it ever. Those are my two options. And you need to pick your course. You need to fucking go with it. Because the internet is not a place for being, like, kind of half and half. And you can Streisand affect yourself, thank you, really hard if you're not careful. You want to make people real curious about something, you just need to say, oh, I don't want to.
It was so much. I feel like we're no longer going to call it the Streisand effect. We're now going to call it, like, Murphy's Law or something, right?
Murphy's Law
is a little different.
Have one.
Yeah.
We're going to call it the Jack Murphy effect because, damn, girl. Oh, I don't know. Me personally, I would have been in step with everybody coming out with videos and talking about it. I would have been right there with my own videos being like, okay, hey, this part is right. This part is right. This part is wrong. This part is wrong.
Like, correct it. Yeah.
Correct it and be, like, current about it, because the more you step back, the more you can let other people run the narrative and tell the story of you.
Yeah. So either own the narrative and get out in front of it, or just I don't know. There's really only a few ways to handle it. You can completely ignore it, or you can completely own it. There doesn't seem to be any halfway.
I think the censorship aspect should be talked about more. Like I said before, how he tried to allegedly censor people, and that directly conflicts with conservative free speech values. So I think that's the more important part, but everyone focuses on, like, the butt stuff, which is funny, and that's why. But, like, I think the conservatives should focus more on, like, hey, he tried to literally get people fired. He tried to censor people.
Yeah, that's
like,
fucked up.
He's a conservative.
That's part of being consistent. When you choose your consistent path, then you can just follow straight through, and you don't feel the need to do anything wild and off the chain.
And I think one of the issues, sorry to cut you off, Lydia, but I think one of the big issues is that people will go on in front of the camera and they'll spout off these ideals, but when push comes to shove, they're not actually living out those ideals. And like Brittany said, with conservatism, it's like, oh yeah, I'm conservative, I'm pro 1A, I'm pro 2A. But when push comes to shove, they want Nick Fuentes censored or Alex Jones kicked off the web. And then if the police actually came to their house and were like, hey, you either die, you give us your guns, they'd be like, okay, just take my guns. I'm not willing to actually die for the Second Amendment. So there's very much an issue of people, like, talking about their ideals but not actually living them out.
Oh yeah,
and it's like people saying what they need to say because they know it's popular and it'll get them clout, and they don't actually believe it. So it's like people, I'm for freedom of speech, I'm for not, like, no censorship of any kind, unless it's going to embarrass me, then I'm going to censor everyone until I get what I want. It's like, okay, we all see what you did there. You kind of, you know. Also, it's like, if you're going to put something like that in your face, and when you said it, Brittany, it's like, put on a wig, or no, Chrissy said it, put on a wig, shave your beard, do anything if you don't want people to know that it's you. If it's on the internet, people are going to see it.
Yeah, it's not even like it's 2 beards ago. It's the current beard.
I know.
Okay, so this is from a Combat Media sub, obviously. because this is all like behind a paywall. I'm laughing my balls off after seeing this now after everything that just happened. Chrissie Mayr didn't even know what she just did. I bet Jack Murphy is feeling a tad bit uncomfortable after hearing that comment. And this is my remember the creep I mentioned? Andrew, that's him right here. I was remote today because I was getting over COVID. I was being like, I feel fine, maybe I'll come in. And Jack was like, no, if you definitely have even a little bit of COVID, like stay home. I was like, you're right, that's the right thing to do. So I was doing this remotely. I might look through this episode to see if there anything else funny happened, but here's this short little clip.
Romneys? Yeah, Romneys needs to start having more sex tapes, like give these Kardashians a run for their money.
So Jack needs to put out a sex tape.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Uncomfortable.
There's always different rules for.
He acts like he's so above it.
Romneys.
Romneys? Yeah, Romneys needs to start having more sex
It's always
tapes,
the quiet ones.
Give these Kardashians a run for their money.
So Jack needs to put out a sex tape.
I feel like as producers, me and Lydia are like, how much longer do we have to live through this?
I can record it
I know. Seriously.
I'm like, oh Lord.
This is what I mean when I say you need to go at it with like this unified approach.
Yeah.
You need to know what you're going to say. You need to be like, okay, it's coming up. This is what I was afraid of, but I've already thought through all the externalities. So here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't need to like lash out at anyone. Everything's fine. I've got this under control because I'm ahead of it.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing with this, again, a whole situation. It's like Jack Murphy had a past. Everyone has a past, but it really depends on how he acted in the current day that really highlighted his true character. So that's kind of the biggest takeaway from this whole thing. And that goes to anybody really.
And then there's this sort of pressure on anyone who's worked with him to have to like I don't know, explain themselves, explain him.
No, there's no pressure, Chrissie. Absolutely not.
I felt pressure because people were putting pressure on me. I felt like, oh, and then I would say, oh, I agree with him on this thing, but I disagree with him on this. And then people go, oh, you're a Jack Murphy sympathizer. You're defending him. And it's tricky because like, yeah, sexually cool, do whatever you want. I just wish he had taken the opportunity, like we're all saying, to just like you could have that's an opportunity to like be more yourself, and then you might even attract a greater audience. Hi, Muffin.
Oh my gosh,
Happy.
Yes.
Dogcast, let's go.
Yes.
I think you might even attract a greater audience because people go, oh, you're not like this rigid, in a box type. You're a regular you're a real person.
Like you could identify with so many other people who might not appeal to the right wing or conservative base because they're like, oh, I have this past and I've done this thing. Like he could have really utilized that to be like, hey, we all make mistakes. Maybe we did some weird shit in our lives, but guess what? Here we all are. Like people change.
Exactly.
Well, how recent were those videos?
Bro, they were old.
They were from 3 years ago, the cam ones.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like this shit was old. It's like it didn't have to be a big deal, but it's because, and honestly, I do have beef with alpha men that are like, I'm a leader, I'm an alpha, I'm the manliest of men, and then you question them in the slightest, and they're like, ah. So
any guy that calls himself an alpha usually isn't one, though. Have you guys noticed that?
I love how all these men have redefined alpha as like sigma because they're not alphas and they want to be called something outside of a beta. I don't understand.
Oh yeah, the sigma cope. Yeah, there are sigmas, but like
what?
The ones that are like out there doing that, they're actually betas, and they're like, I'm not an alpha, so you know what I'll default to? I'm a sigma male.
This is all extra confusing to me because I was never in a sorority, so I have to now look up
what does sigma mean.
It's like frat boy like alpha categories. It's very confusing.
That is very confusing. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me think. I don't know if you guys watched. Oh, go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, I was gonna say a sigma male is like Ryan Reynolds from Drive. Like that's a sigma male.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard about that movie earlier today, and I still haven't seen it.
Should we go into some simp mail? Anna sent me an interesting.
Wait. I want to hear Anna. I want to hear what Anna had to say.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was just did you guys watch Game of Thrones and the one scene where what's his name? Joffrey's throwing a temper tantrum going, I'm the king, I'm the king, I'm the king. And then Tywin's like, if a king doesn't have to tell people he's the king.
Any man who says I am king.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Anytime I see guys that say that they're alpha, that's immediately the scene. And I'm like, you're just a spoiled brat like Joffrey and you're going to lose your
Good
mind.
point.
Probably.
Like that.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
any man that's trying to label themselves. Like, what real man who's actually trying to provide for his family and be an actual man is worried about what you're labeling them? Let's be honest.
Exactly.
True. And I feel like the same goes for women. Like, it always bothers me when I had girlfriends who'd be like, I'm a queen. If you can't handle me in my hot mess, you don't deserve me.
Exactly.
I'm like, stop broadcasting how messy you are. Like, just keep
your act. Come on.
keep your head down, pay your bills. You know what I mean? And if you're like truly on top of your shit, everyone will notice because you will exude boss energy.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not Van Halen, but his brother Dan in the chat.
Oh.
After 2 years, I finally got the coof. It feels like a cold. People dying of this are losers.
Not necessarily.
Exactly.
To be fair, it's really bad for
No, I
old
know.
people. And we've got this new strain, Omicron or whatever, that really is like a cold for like most people, which I think is great. Like we're finally almost out of the woods. Let's take it away
dying.
and get over with
Aren't
it.
they calling it Deltacron or some hybrid combination now?
Flu.
I've heard Flurona. I haven't heard Deltacron. I'm coughing. I have
They
Omicron.
like
over here.
combine the words.
Morgan,
Yeah,
Sav,
of course.
Sav. Oh, this looks like a Sav sim. Sav, I'm disappointed you didn't bring Elizabeth along with you tonight. Shame, shame. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Who the fuck is Elizabeth?
Linda's running late. Who is
Linda,
Elizabeth?
Yeah,
Who
I
is
don't
she?
know who Elizabeth is, so I'm sorry that he didn't bring her.
How dare you?
He's
I
just kind
know.
of banking that you have a friend named Elizabeth. Dave grumbles, I'm cool with being called Latinx. It makes me sound like a scary new breed of cat.
It's true.
That's
I
not
like that.
No. Mint cool guy. Favorite Ninja Turtle character and why? Go. Okay, I've thought a lot about this. It was Raphael till I dated a man by that name who broke my heart by breaking up with me over Skype. So I'm gonna
Rude.
how rude. I'm gonna go with Leonardo because I like purple.
I think Raphael is purple. Or no.
Shaking no.
Oh, no, Donatello is purple.
He's gay.
I'm
right?
learning all about Ninja Turtles recently.
I had no idea
Okay.
of any of this.
Neither did I.
Isn't
Okay.
Michelangelo one of them?
He's
That would be my
double
favorite
orange
one.
fan.
Orange.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
No,
Well,
no comment on this
that-
one. Sorry, guys.
this is not an exciting answer. Sorry, guys. Brewmaster Monk, didn't Saget date a 16-year-old back in the 90s?
Did
I
he?
did not know
No.
that.
I need to learn about him.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna have to go in a minute. So, Chrissy, if you have any
Okay.
chats from my
For
wonderful
you.
friends-
Oh yeah, let me see. Let me go through for some special
best
Linda messages here.
I'm gonna go in about 7 minutes.
Okay. This is good. I'm scrolling for
Linda,
Linda.
my alter ego.
Okay, Brittany Venti's boobs. Does Lid's man allow meetups with Matt from Tinder?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely none.
Good man. Okay. From Young Pay. Lids, ask the others if they saw Tim chat with Sis.
Not sure. We get a ton of super chats. Way too many to read every night. And I'm always sorry when we can't read all of them. I used to stress that we could read all of them, but then it just got to be too much.
It's
We
too
A lot of
much.
rooster emojis too.
Ray J's World. Lydia has the Sour Patch name on her socials. Does she have a secret stash of Sour Patch Kids candy in her house?
I do. I got 12 boxes, so I have 5 boxes left. I won't say who ate the 7 boxes,
I think we know
whether or
who.
not it was me, but I have 5 of them left.
What
Oh
do you
my God. Here they are. My man just threw them at me because he's ready.
I've always
Yes,
wanted to
I
know
do.
the answer to that question, so I'm actually really happy that that just happened.
What do you
Yeah,
think
it
of
happens.
the watermelon Sour Patch? Are you pro
Those
or
are good
anti?
too.
Okay.
Those are awesome. They
What
make
is-
big ones too.
What is your favorite flavor in the regular Sour Patch?
Blue ones. Blue's my favorite color.
Blue.
Blue's my favorite Sour Patch.
Wow, she's a freak. All right,
I'm ready.
Young Pay. Lydia, who did you punch, or was that the training?
That was just the training. I finally got a chance to actually punch like a bag. So of course not my best angle, but I got to punch a punching bag. It was really fun. I got to channel some of my anger. I have a little bit. I suppose everybody does though. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was great. It's really good. I recommend it for everybody.
From Julian Borges. Lydia, please tell Tim and crew that you guys are doing God's work. I mean that. Also, has Mark Dice been considered for the cast? In his book on Bilderberg, he mentions his friendship with Luke. Shirley Rakowski can vouch for
Cool.
him.
I'm going to check him out. I will check out Mark Dice for sure. Thank you.
Sweet.
We're getting
I
into
bet you
some
get.
lore.
I bet that's like most of your message, Lydia, is people just recommending guests. But
Yeah. And some of them we've already had, and I'm just like, you should watch the show. And then you would know that we've already
Yeah.
had them on. But it has been a while now, so I know some people might miss it or whatever.
yeah.
I don't judge. I appreciate it. Sometimes I
judge.
get great guest suggestions.
So Lydia does not have any simp messages, but I'm not encouraging. I mean, I'm not encouraging you to send Lydia simp messages, but I'm just saying she's deficient in simp messages.
I tell everyone not to simp for anyone, including me. So that's a great send off for me. I appreciate that.
Aw.
I'm happy for that.
I feel like that's something Jesus would say. Like, don't simp for me.
Simp for no one. I saw someone simping for Claire Lehman the other day, and I was like, man.
Who's that?
She's a lady from Quillette who really likes the Australian lockdowns.
Oh,
son.
Gross.
I know she's
Oh, has she
tall
been
and
on like semi-viral like videos of her being like, yes, I get to go outside.
No, that's not her. But yeah,
Okay.
that's what she's simping for, and I don't like that. So but
Ugh.
Lydia,
Noted.
you've done it now. Chat's simping for you.
no,
Good.
don't do it. Thank you for having me on, Chrissy. I'm
Oh,
gonna split. I gotta
Lydia,
get
you're
ready
the
for bed
best.
because I'm an old lady.
It's okay, girl. Yes, follow
right.
Lydia on Twitter at Sour Patch Lids and Instagram Real Sour Patch Lids.
Yes.
Yeah,
gonna
you did. I
follow
was
you.
gonna ask you to do a final thought, but you've done that. You've done a don't simp for me.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's my good final thought. Simp for no one. I know this is the wrong thing to say on SimpCast, but
No,
I really
it's perfect.
No, it's correct. No, I'm on the same page as you. I
And,
think
like-
Sav is too.
We mean
Yes.
simp and like appreciate. It really was just a fun name for a show.
I appreciate that. I like that. Thank you for
It
having
started
me.
out as
This
us
is
cringing
super
at
fun.
simps, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Thank you so much,
no
Lydia.
worries.
You're the best.
All
Bye,
right.
Liz.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was fun.
She's
I like
cute. I
Lydia.
like her.
She is cute. She deals with a lot of stress. I think you have to be very like calm and I don't know, just like contained, I think, to produce that show. There's a lot. There's a
Oh,
lot coming at
definitely.
her.
Fast moving environment, I'd imagine.
Okay, guys. Elsid Barrett, I refuse to get married. Women just aren't worth the risk anymore. Except Sav. I would let her ruin my whole life.
Hey, if you're rich, let's go.
Yes, Sav. Are you dating anybody right now?
No comment.
Oh, okay.
That's the one thing I know. I never talk about it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm dating myself. Self-improvement. Ha. No, I'm kidding.
I do that too. Like on stage, I will and I even have like a joke. I'll be like, all right, I do have a boyfriend. I just wanted to see if I was gonna hit it off with anybody in the crowd. And that didn't happen. So it's
true. I've
good.
seen her say it in real life.
Brittany's like, I've been to her shows. Okay. Anna, do we want to I want to pull up your simp mail
Oh
because
God.
I think it's pretty it's pretty insane.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
do you
I'll
want
give
to
a little
Context, yeah.
backstory on it. Okay. So, do you guys know who Tom King is? He's a writer for DC Comics.
I've heard the
No.
name.
So he used to like work for the FBI. We all assume that he's just like a guy that answered the phone or a secretary or something. But so he's been writing Batman, and he made Batman into a total pussy. And Batman's my favorite DC superhero. And so I got really excited when Batman, like the issue where Batman proposed to Catwoman, because I was like, oh, I love Catwoman. So I want to go get this comic. And then I went and I bought the comic, and it was just Batman on the roof crying to Catwoman for an entire issue. And I'm just like, why is Batman a fucking pussy? Like, this isn't Batman. And he basically just became a whole huge simp for Catwoman. And it was bullshit. It was terrible, terrible book. And so something happened with Tom King about a year ago, which is when this video I think came out, or maybe, I don't know. It was a while ago. And somebody watched it and got very upset that I called Batman a pussy for not being Batman and crying on a rooftop for Catwoman for an entire issue. And so they sent me an email telling me how they disagreed with me, that men are allowed to have feelings. I didn't respond because, okay, you missed the entire point of the video. And the fact that Batman's out of character because they're trying to, make all the guys in DC and in Marvel into like pussies and make all the women strong, independent women. Right. And then I have this art YouTube channel where I'm doing this project called the Eye Project, and I ask people to volunteer, and I'll paint your eye, and you email me a photo of your eye, and then I paint it in a live stream. And so he emailed me pretending to be interested in the Eye Project, so I'd respond to him so he could send me the Batman lecture again. And so it just became him lecturing me over this Batman thing, and Batman should be allowed to cry.
It needed to be mansplained to you, Anna, because you didn't get it. So that's why.
Apparently, I don't understand that men are allowed to have feelings, which is not anything what I said in my video.
Okay, so this is the message. I am interested in your art project. Hi, I caught your video a little late where you were asking for eye models to paint. Are you still doing this project? If so, my wife and I have a decent photo we can send over. Also, I enjoyed your regular channel for a long time. The only little nitpick I have, here we go, is that in your video regarding Tom King, you criticized him for having Batman show emotion too much. This is what I struggle with in regards to all the endless gender debates. While everyone is okay with strong females, we guys are still shamed for deviating from our own restrictive and disposable gender roles as providers and protectors. I mean, already we are like one paragraph in, and this guy's issues are like on full display.
Oh no, and he has an issue with every video.
And he sent this to multiple email addresses of yours, right? Right, Anna?
Yeah. So this one's to my regular that Star Wars girl email, and I think the next one is to my art email. And then I didn't respond in time, so he sent the message again to my Star Wars. Then he sends it to my art email.
Whoa. For every strong woman, we should also allow men access to the other side of the coin. Weakness, vulnerability, humanity, emotions, protection. He puts all of these in quotes, by the way, etc. But while, quote, strength is presented as an option for women, it still remains an expectation for men. Take it like a man. Boys don't cry. Woof. First of all, nobody's putting this on him. Like he's putting this on himself. Yes, historically men's work. It's like you look at all these the words that he chooses to capitalize. Yes, historically men's work has been valued more, but women's lives have been valued more. Women and children first, male only draft, etc. Well, the male only draft is because like women are physically weaker. That doesn't have to do with value of life. Wow. In other words, women lacked respect, men lacked love. 99% of on-screen deaths being male reflect this. Where is he getting the statistic from?
War movies, probably.
We get it. Your mom didn't hug you enough. He goes on. Also, it's a myth that only females are attracted to dominant males in hetero relationships. The flip side is also very common. Only men are ridiculed for it. My wife is older, taller, and the breadwinner. Here we go.
And that's why he's crying.
Yeah, and we've been married for 15 years. Wow. Yeah, because you're... Why would you break up with a woman who's the breadwinner? Yeah, of course. It's not an accomplishment. You've been married for 15 years. It's like, you're like, yeah, I don't want to fucking get a better job.
He thinks because he's used to crying to his wife about it, that he can therefore cry to women on the internet about it. Like, oh, all women will do it with me crying.
Right. It's why I wanted to reach out. Our wedding photo might provide a nice model for your project and also make a nice surprise for Denise. Please let me know if I can email it. She's about to send you a 15-year-old photo. Great. In closing, I agree that story should always come first before any forced inclusivity. I just get frustrated with double standards because I'm a little man. A man who can't imagine roaming from one gender realm into the other with comparable ease and freedom. In almost every realm of life, from clothing to jobs, it's considered perfectly fine for girls and women to do male things, comments Jean Twenge, a psychology professor at San Diego State University, but it's not considered fine for males to do female things. Are you kidding me? It's like, are you alive in this world, in this year right now? It's things have been never more accepted for males to do female things. Like, everybody's freaking trans. What are you talking about?
Maybe he
No,
needs
so
some testosterone.
So
shot.
I didn't respond to that. So that's when he emailed my art account, pretending like he was interested in participating in my project. And then when I responded like with information on how to submit your eye, and so that way I'll paint it and stuff like that, then he copied that message and sent it directly to me again.
Okay, here's that.
See,
is.
Anna, this was your problem. I told you, don't say the word men. They will.
I know,
have a
right?
melty.
I don't think I did. I think I was specifically talking about Batman because I'm like, this isn't how Batman acts. Like
Right.
the
It has man
dude
in the
watched
name.
his
He goes, I have some health issues and have had trouble trying to reach you. All right, one has nothing to do with the other. My wife and I are interested in your art project. I didn't want to miss out, so I sent a letter to your regular channel and this email as well, hoping it found you. Hoping it found you! Exclamation point. Please let me know they at least made it to you, even if you are full already with quote eye models. I would hate to flood you with notes. P.S. He's been flooding you with notes, so you obviously don't care. When I don't even know if a solitary one found you in the end. Oh, he's so butthurt that you haven't responded. Okay, I apologize if that's the case. I just wanted to cover the bases so I didn't miss out. Thanks again, and we enjoy your channel. This to me sounds like a man who has like cheated on his wife and now has a joint email with his wife. That's the energy I'm getting.
Yeah, and then there's my instructions on how to submit your eye and whatnot.
Yeah, you're professional AF. You're like, this is what I need. You're like, I am not addressing any of your weird drama. Okay, and then should I go into?
Well, then I didn't respond to that immediately, so he sent the same message to my regular email again, and then like the next day I responded with the instructions and stuff, and then he responded to that email with the same message. See?
Oh god, so this was like a copy and paste again.
Yeah, he just really wanted me to know how he felt about my Batman video.
Oh boy. Holy.
My favorite part about this whole entire situation is that he's defending a fictional character.
Yeah.
Well, because he thinks I'm talking about him specifically, like me criticizing how the Batman writer doesn't know how to write Batman.
But isn't
He
that
thinks
also
that it's
the
about
problem
him.
with the modern day, though, is that a lot of these men identify with these fake characters. And so when you attack them, it really hurts them at a personal level. And because like you said, it feels like a personal attack on them. And it's like, hey, bro, go live in the real world. Maybe then you will get your feelings so hurt.
Yeah, it's his Batman too.
or how much Anna, do you think it's that they identify the character versus they feel like really involved with like the lore and the story and the originality of like the character themselves?
You know what? I don't think this guy knows anything about Batman because I checked when I was looking at this, to send over to you and taking screenshots. I saw other emails from him that I didn't see before. One was where he got mad because I was talking about the new Kevin Smith He-Man show. And I mentioned something about like how people like Tila before versus the way that they changed her now to basically be like She-Man. And he just got on my ass about gender roles and how he's like, well, you say that, people don't like the way she is now because she physically looks strong. Well, people are allowed to like that. I'm like, I never said they didn't. I'm just saying you ruined the character. It's like, I don't know. He's kind of got this weird obsession. And so he loses his mind anytime I say something about them changing the character, whether it be appearance or personality. And he gets really triggered by that and needs to let me know in a very long email that he will send to me over and over and over again.
He's having a conversation with you inside his own head. And it's like, you're like, hey, I don't even need to be here because you're taking care of both parts of this.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys have had this where it's like, it's talking to a brick wall. It doesn't matter what point you were making on if they even missed the point. This is what they believe is in their head. And they're just going to word vomit out to you because they need you to listen because you are wrong no matter what. And they are right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like it's like they're playing handball. You know what I mean? Like they can do it all by themselves.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
You're going to say that men are very sensitive.
God, men are so emotional.
Brittany, should we throw up the messages that you sent me that were filed under autism?
Yes.
This is really funny. I love your filing system for messages. They crack me up.
Oh, it's my managers. Shout out to Hickson for that.
Ghost whistling. All right, let's see. Let's have Savanah read this email. Can you see it okay?
I can. All right, it says, "Hello, Brittany. I have the feeling you're trying to communicate with me in some sort of way," because this was a personal attack, guy. "Or I'm simply imagining things. Hence, I write you this email. I used to frequent 4chan and 8chan a lot. Therefore, I assume you're trying to tell me something. I was the crazy guy that wrote about boob animals and other rather controversial stuff. If I'm just making shit up, disregard this email. Regards."
Whew. I feel like there's a lot to unpack here, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, he said we have one of two options, right? That I was trying to communicate with him through like some sort of bimbo telepathy, or he was just imagining things. You know, it must have been the first one. I'm thinking it was the first one.
Wow. Okay, I'm moving on. I wish there was a way that I could scroll through these without showing all my other messages, but I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so here
Literally,
we go.
you make eye contact with a guy once, and he thinks you're telepathically sending him a message over the internet.
Well,
like
it's biology, right?
Stop, look at the camera.
Like I think it helps men spread their seed if they think more women are into them than there really are.
Yeah,
well, I heard about that with like newscasters because they stare right into the camera, so they have like the most stalkers because weirdos think when they're looking at them that they're like speaking directly to them.
That is
for sure.
Autism's protective, huh?
Ooh, no subject. Okay, Anna. Let's have Anna read this all caps email.
Yes, let's have the dyslexic person read out loud.
Oh no! Unless you don't want to.
I mean, I can, but
wait, there's a phone number on here. Should we not show this because there's a phone number on here?
Docs.
Well, you already showed it.
I'm putting an arrow over it.
Oh my God, what the hell? You're that girl from my home planet Mars. You're my fiance. Why is that word not capitalized and the rest are?
Yeah.
It seems the war don't start until the 21. I will come to you, New York, to find you and my companion. You should know who I am. I am the son of Satan, and my companion is my childhood friend from your home Earth. I miss you, and my love for you is as dying as well. You come into my dreams. I want to talk to you. Phone number is number. I can't wait to meet you, my love. Finally, I got a little bit of my memories, but not all. Text me or Gmail me back. I'll wait for you that day or night that I come to you. I'll be out there all day and night looking both of you. So come out and revival yourself. I love you, my queen.
That was the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did I read it okay? At least?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, boys. The son of Satan wants me. I guess I'm a high-value woman. What can I say?
So the Antichrist is here. Excellent. Start the rapture. End it all.
Yeah.
Oof. He wants you to revival yourself. My producer Frank is telling me I should call this number.
You should. Star 67 it.
You're live with the Brittany Venti. Is this the son of Satan?
You go star 67 first and then the number, or you do it after?
Yeah, star 67 and then you type in the number.
But what if I do it wrong? What if this turns into another Bagel Boss situation?
Have Frank call him. Have Frank type
we need to get you a Google number. So
I need to get myself a burner just for calling Bagel Boss and now this guy.
No, just do what she said. Get a Google phone number and then you can call people through that.
Okay. Should I mute my microphone so I can give Frank the number? I mean, I've already put it out there. Why am I trying to beat around the bush? Okay.
This poor man.
I think he's gonna have to go Mormon style and have multiple wives.
I guess I'm ready. Okay, put it on speaker. God damn it. What's this person's name? Do you remember, Brittany?
Well, he's the son of Satan, so his name is Damien.
I don't like this. What do I say even?
Hello, this is Brittany Venti's secretary.
I'm gonna say it's yeah. I'll be your assistant. I don't think he's gonna answer. Maybe the son of Satan is busy.
Wow, he really could have talked to Brittany Venti and he passed up his opportunity. That's so sad.
Yeah, he's busy spreading the virus.
Please leave your message.
Should we leave a message?
916.
Oh,
Yeah,
stop,
Brittany, leave
stop.
a message.
Mute yourself.
Okay, whoops. I was gonna pretend I was you and that I was revivaling myself.
Maybe he can call back. He just won't know your number. So if you see if you see his number, you should pick up.
I need to
maybe.
work on my prank calling game. This has been an important lesson. All right. Last and final Brittany simp email. Let's see. Let's have Brittany read this one.
The subject line reads, "Babe, read, miss you. I love you. Come into my dreams. I miss you. I think of you a lot." And it's tagged as external autism. Thanks, my manager, for that. "I don't know what to do. I want to make love to you, but I don't want to make my wife angry with me. I remember I was having sex with my human wife, and then I started to feel sad because of you. It's not right for you to go through this. I love you so much. I can't control myself when I'm with you. It just feels right to me having sex with you and kissing you. Felt so right to me, like we were meant to be, and I should really be in love with you instead of this human girl. You probably wouldn't want to spend the night at our house. My human wife probably wouldn't let that happen anyways, but we should keep it secret between me and you. I don't want to have my wife finding out about our love. I miss you." Damn, the son of Satan here. I think it's the same guy because of the caps. He wants me to be his sneaky link.
Wait, so this is coming from a different email address than the son of Satan? Or possibly
He might
the
have
same
multiple email addresses, but this sounds like him because the capital letters. Unless all like schizos write in capital letters.
Do any of these emails make you feel unsafe, Brittany?
Well, yeah, because there was a one point where my manager had to call the cops because they started making threats. So yeah, a little bit sometimes.
What can the cops even do about this?
They go over to their house and they're like, "Why are you simping so hard?"
They go over their house and they just unplug their computer and they're like, "Stop it."
You lose internet privilege for 24 hours.
I think it like depends on if you're gonna press charges, right? Or something like that. Like if they're actually making threats.
When I was in my little spat with Chrissy Teigen, one of her fans called and like left a death threat on my boyfriend's dad's cell phone. Like, I don't know how they found him, but they must have thought that he was Frank and like just left a really like nasty voicemail, and we had to go to the cops and we had to like submit this person, and we like gave them the phone number. We're like, "Oh, it's an Illinois area code, so it's, you know, either it's a fake number or it's not like a local person." But it felt dumb to have to put it in. But at the time I was like, "Oh man, like this is a real threat." Have any of you girls like had gotten any kind of a death threat or like nasty, voicemail or like something really threatening that you had to like submit somewhere?
I had a guy yell my name outside my window, and I caught it on the recording. It's on my old phone, but I showed it to some people. And yeah, I'd never figured out what was with that, why someone was shouting my name outside my window.
You stick your head out the window. You're like, "We broke up."
Well, I was like peeking. I crouch and like peek through my blind and then start recording to see if they would do it again, and then they did.
That's very scary.
That is super creepy. I really don't have simps like y'all do, but back in the day when I was on Twitter, and I used to put out, because I used to go do like rallies and protests and stuff, and people would get mad because I would kind of go roast leftists, and so they would tell me that I deserved to like get shot and murdered and stuff like that. But that was like mass messages on Twitter, so I feel like that doesn't really count,
Yeah, Savanah, you're the real deal. Like, I admire and respect you so much. Like, you are out there. Like, you went to the border with like a camera. I was like so blown away, impressed by that. I was like, you're out there doing real journalism. Like,
I feel like the closest I've ever gotten is when I was so I was doing a lot of BLM protest coverage, and then I was in Austin, and the Antifa in Austin recognized me, and so then like 10 people mobbed me at once. And this is why I'm anti-police now, because the reason why too like my activism last year was like Police Lives Matter, say his name, David Dorn, because he was the cop that was murdered by
Yeah,
BLM
that's
protesters
horrible.
last year. And so I went to go just stand up for police because, you know, Austin police officers were being attacked constantly. So I just went and stood up with a sign that say Police Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. And I got attacked for that. And then they recognized me when I was just doing regular coverage, and then they mobbed me. And then right after I got mobbed, because they took my phone, they took everything. I got beat up by like 10 people.
Oh my God.
And I went to the
So
cops.
little.
I went to the cops and I was like, "Hi, I just got mobbed. Can someone walk me to my car? Because it's about 1.5 miles away." And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Yo, fuck you." So I
This is in
ran
what
to my
city?
car. Yeah, no. This is multiple times that this happened.
Is this LA?
Oh my
Huh?
god.
No, this is in Texas.
Yeah,
Where
this
was
is in
this?
Austin, Texas,
Oh,
girl. This
Austin.
was in Texas. That's what
Oh,
pissed me off, because
Austin.
I was like, great, if you want to be a communist, go do that shit in New York or LA.
Ugh.
Don't do it here in Texas. So I think it was like 3 separate times in Austin I got beat up. Cops didn't help me. And so it's like I got my entire start being activist for cops, and now I'm like mildly an anarchist now because, again, just going to like the Million MAGA March, going to DC, going to Portland,
Yeah.
and watching the cops pussy out and just letting people get beat up on the street in front of my eyes, like watching old men get beat up by mobs. I'm like, yo, what are the police even doing? And then the police also, you know, me coming up to them in the middle of the night, like, "Hi, I just got mobbed." And they were like, "Sorry, just call the number of the precinct." And I'm like, "Bitch, my phone just got stolen." So anyway, yeah, I think that's the closest I've come to death threats, is like people physically beating me up on the street. That's all.
You should have had a Rittenhouse moment. It would have been your time to shine. Start caring.
No, see, I wasn't caring specifically because I was like, you know, if I get mobbed, I don't want it to be a situation where I get in trouble because I defended myself. Because there was
They
somebody
killed you.
Oh yeah, no, they couldn't have. They were communists. They were pathetic. I swung back once, and all 10 of them were like, "Oh my gosh, please!" And
Wow.
I got
Good for
out
you.
untouched. Yeah, like they grab hair. That's really all they do. It's pathetic.
True.
Was it girls or guys or like both?
Both the guys were like, "Hey, go get her," and then it was the girls. So it was like the guys that were pushing me down, and then the girls that were kind of like mobbing me and trying to kick me and punch me. Yeah. So Antifa was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had my exchange with
Ugh.
them too on May Day. I had to exercise my right to self-defense, and I punched someone who turned out to be trans. So then everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she hates trans people."
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, "No, it's equality. I punch no matter who the gender is. I'm going to exercise my right to self-defense." Then they
That's
ended up with a
amazing.
bloody face, and then after they were done crying, like, "Fuck the police!" They go and cry to police, "Get her, arrest her, she hit me." It's all on
Yeah.
film too. You can find it online, like the actual fight breaking out. And
Dude, and that's
bloody
always
after.
been my beef too. It's like if you're Antifa, you can mob people, but then if you're on the right or you're conservative and then you fight back, you're the one that gets in trouble.
Yeah,
Of
that's always
course.
the theme in every protest that I've ever been to. All the
Every
ones I've
single one.
seen, it's always people on the right are on the defense, like 99% of the time, and then people on the left
Always,
are trying to
dude.
attack them, like to the point where they were bringing shields to protests.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's wild.
2020 was insane.
Anna,
This is why I don't leave my
have you ever-
house.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say.
And it's like,
I
I
don't-
hate society. This is why.
I am. I'm like, I just let me sit in my hobbit hole and leave me the fuck alone. I hate going outside and being around people so much. I hate it. No, I remember because I went to college in San Francisco, and I would leave class and I had to walk, across, from in Soma and then go up the hill to my other art class. And I remember one time there was this is how under a rock I live. I'm like, oh, is there like a V from Vendetta convention going on? Because like there was everyone going down Market Street with the what is that called?
Black bloc?
The V for Vendetta masks, anonymous. So they were having like some kind of they were doing something, and I was just like, what that? I thought it was a convention or something going on, but I just try to avoid all of that. And it's when I see all the stuff going on Twitter, I'm just like, hell no.
Like most of it is talk, but like, yeah, you definitely don't want to be getting hit out in the world. We have a Sav simp. Keith, Sav, do you think Trump has abandoned us? DC prisoners pushing needle, not firing Fauci. I asked John and Isabella. I think they dodged, but wonder what Elijah and Sydney really think.
So I have already talked about this on my own stream, but Donald Trump is a businessman at the end of the day. Even if you watched him during his entire administration, he would distance himself from certain people if it wasn't politically advantageous to him. So I don't think that he is trying to abandon his base. I think that he's a businessman and he's always been this way. And he's going to do what he thinks is best for his reputation, which is why he has made some of the statements that he currently has. I'm not surprised in the slightest that he has come out and said all of these things, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if I don't think he'll backtrack or anything, but I don't think it's really an abandonment thing. I think that he's going to do what he thinks is most politically advantageous because he's a businessman and he's not a politician who's going to say what his base wants him to.
It's weird. It's like just like the cloud has lifted on like the left because they don't have him around to talk about all the time anymore. It's like there's sort of been a cloud that has been lifted of people that have voted for Trump or like Trump. It's like, oh God, he wasn't. Not only did he not win again or get put in office again like he was supposed to, but he's not this, I don't know, perfect guy or like the savior or
exactly. And that's why I've always told people too, like, don't be a Trump cultist. Don't think that Donald Trump is going to come save America and that this is the one man that you need to depend upon. And it really frustrated me how so many people on the right did idolize him so much to where he could do no wrong, because even during his administration, and I still have beef with it today, it's like, oh, Donald Trump was promises made, promises kept. No, he wasn't. Where's the wall? That's like the most basic and fundamental thing that he campaigned on. Where is it? It's nowhere because he didn't finish it. I mean, there's multiple things, but again, Donald Trump's one man, and I'm not happy with where he's gone, and that's why I've always said don't idolize him.
yeah.
Sav said, fuck the Trump simps.
Exactly, exactly.
You know what I find funny though? Isn't there already like a fence? So when everyone was going crazy over that whole thing, I'm like, haven't you guys ever been to like any border? There's always like something that you got to drive through and they check your car for like fruits and vegetables and guns and shit. It's like,
so when everyone was like in El Paso, there is, but if you go to McAllen, Texas, so they started building the wall. Girl, there's a big ass hole, and it's like there's Mexico. You can literally walk over, and there's Mexico, there's America. So there are certain areas that have fences or walls or border patrol, if you will, or like a checkpoint that you have to get through. But there are portions of the border in America that are just wide open, dude. There's a portion in Arizona. There's portions here in Texas. So it really depends on the place.
Yeah, Lauren Southern posted a photo with it too. The hole in the fence you're talking about.
I just think of like going to TJ and like just the chaos that's all there. It's when people complain about it, and I'm like, I feel like every country kind of has their own system on how you can go in and out of places.
You mean Tijuana?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone call it TJ.
Really?
Maybe I've only been.
They're not from California. That's why.
Yeah, I'm like, I've only ever heard it called TJ.
I know.
The only TJ I know is TJ Maxx. I was
The
like,
New York girls are.
He's like, what?
Yeah,
Sav knew what I was talking about.
I knew, girl. I knew.
that's all that matters. Okay. Oh, we have a simp looking for advice. Alexander Kelly, crush at work has a BF. Liking girls with a BF has been a pattern. Should I tell the girl at work how I feel? Advice? Personality is more introverted.
Then don't ruin your own
so
life,
this is what
bro.
you do. No. Here's what you do. You challenge him to a fucking duel. And you beat the shit out of him consensually
Reject
in front of
modernity.
her.
I love that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You already don't like someone with a boyfriend because, like, at best, you will have gotten somebody who cheated on their boyfriend to be with you. So if that's in her character to do that, like, what's to say that she won't do that with you at her next job or with a different coworker or whatever?
And I would just say respect the relationship, man. Like if she wants to be with you, then she will. And if she's with her boyfriend, respect the relationship. And if you're already introverted, you getting rejected isn't going to help your cause.
I would say be nice, be polite. Also totally focus on other girls so you don't like become overly, fixated and obsessive. Like go ahead, spread your seed outside of work, but be around, be nice to her in case like it falls through with this guy, and then you can be there and be like, I couldn't help but notice you were sobbing in your cube, and that's when you pounce.
But how are they even like working together? Is like with COVID and all of that, are they like at a grocery store or something?
Yeah,
because here's the thing. If you say something and she's got a boyfriend and she rejects you, it's going to be super fucking awkward. It's going to ruin your friendship. you know? So you got to think about that as well.
Wait, Anna, you're on to something. He could hypothetically give her COVID and then they'll both be out of work. And then that's his chance to take care of her while she's sick.
Okay, I just
also, if he beats her boyfriend's ass consensually in a duel, they both agree on it, she will become less attracted to her boyfriend and leave. It won't just be like, oh, I'm cheating. She'll like actually become less attracted to him.
Yeah.
But then that also means that she doesn't have very much loyalty. And so why would you want to be with somebody that's not loyal?
Yeah.
And that's also going to be looking for others when they're in a relationship. So
But she won't be. She won't be. He's just showing his manlyhood and his alphaness. And it's in our biology to cringe when men get their ass beat. So it's abusing the biology in his favor.
Well, I'll just say, how big of a dude are you? Like, can you take her boyfriend? Because maybe think about that before the duel.
Let's look at this biologically.
Share all of her measurements, and I mean all of them. So I got a creepy, simpy. This is a simpy image, like simpy drawing here. God, I've never even heard of DeviantArt.com, but somebody has created this image of me. This is taken in one of the many day job work bathrooms that I've been in over the years. It's me with a bubble saying, "Wow, I will go to my master's at his lair," which isn't even correct grammar. Chrissie Mayr was a smart am I dead now? Chrissie Mayr was a smart and sexy comedian and podcaster. I had uploaded a mind control virus to her phone, which would make her feel blissfully submissive to my will. Indeed, the next time the woman turned on her cell phone on, she found herself mesmerized by the pulsating, multicolored spiral pattern on the screen. She felt a little dazed and lightheaded, but that didn't worry her. There was a slight buzzing in her head as the directions to my secret lair were uploaded into her manipulated brain. Wow. This just scares me a little.
What the hell? You guys have some crazy ass people following you on the internet.
All you have to do is a little digging, Sav, and you'll find yours too. I'm sure somewhere in the Instagram.
I don't want to see it. No, there are a lot of messages I get, and I just ignore all of them because I'm like, no.
Sav, you gotta start digging them up because
hell no, simping makes me uncomfortable, dude. My whole life motto is literally never simp for Sav. So the simps I don't acknowledge.
But you want to know? It gets pretty crazy. There was one time I was in a Twitter battle with some people. So they called my friend Drunk 3PO ugly, and the guy that called him that.
Ugly?
I know. Well, they were giving him shit because of his friendship with Gina Carano and whatnot. But the guy that's like, oh, nobody would ever fuck you, literally had the face that no one would ever fuck. And
it's
so
those ones, yeah.
Yeah, well, I retweeted his picture and I was like, bruh, like, oh, what the fuck? And then all the weirdos started going after me, but one guy tried to prove that I was ugly by a screen grab of my ass. So he Googled my ass from this one stream. I was wearing like a skirt and it, rode up while I was sitting down because it was high-waisted, and I got up to get something. And so you can see like the bottom of my butt cheek. And so that happened in a live stream on somebody else's channel, so I had no really control over that. But it was on Google, and so he Googled my ass specifically to use in an argument calling me ugly, and just over and over again posting this picture of my ass. And I'm just like, why I don't know. People are fucking insane.
They're obsessed.
And they'll do that.
Yeah. Sounds like they're obsessed with you.
I know what you mean. I have something a step up from that though. That's even worse. People will make fake porn of me. Like they take my face as it's moving, like cut it out, and then they put it on some other girl that's getting banged. And then they like jack off to and post it everywhere, and they're like, and some of it looks real. That's the worst part.
Very deep fake.
Yeah, super deep fake. And luckily, it's, you can strike those down because they're using your likeliness to basically tarnish your name. But it's still really creepy, and I really don't like it. And they do it on purpose because they know I'm anti-porn. So they're like, this is how we'll get her. It's even hotter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
just Google your name one day, Sav, without safe search on, and you'll see all the weirdos that do shit to you.
No, see, my Twitter getting deleted, it was like the worst and best thing that ever happened because that's where all the weird stuff was at.
So Sav, are you getting on the Getter boat? What are your feelings on on that app and I guess other platforms that are trying to be like better than Twitter or more free speech.
Girl, I already hate social media as it is, so I just utilize Instagram when I can. I do have another Twitter account, and so I use that just because Twitter
Yeah,
is
rapid fire
still
for your show.
Yeah, like Twitter is still the most effective platform. Twitter is the platform that was the biggest for me because I know how to utilize it the best. So when I do want to say something, I put it on Twitter. I'm on Gab. I was on Parler and then that got deleted. And so I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm done with all of these alt platforms. When there's one that's actually good and solid for like a straight year, then that's the one I'll invest into. But as of now, I'm just chilling on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, Twitter is like, we're still mad at Twitter, but Twitter is like daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like you have to use it, whatever.
Twitter will ground us, but we're like, give me my allowance. All right.
Exactly.
Josh McKinney, I am the alpha giga simp.
With only $5.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Speaking of simps, oh my God. I love this girl so much. She's crushed it every time. She's one of my all-time favorites. Nina Infinity.
Welcome back,
Hi,
Nina.
Hi, how are you?
To catch Nina up, we had Lydia Smith on here. We talked about getting swatted. And what else do we showed some of our simp mail. And Savanah she's not really sinking her teeth into the simps. Like she's trying to she's trying to pretend
Avoid.
She's not trying to go into that room. Yeah.
I'm kind of avoiding too now. After I figured out what that was, I was like, oh, maybe I don't really want them. All right.
She was like, whoa, just kidding.
Yeah, never mind.
It's crazy.
Anna, how was partying last night?
I was hungover all day today.
Where'd you go?
I just went to a bar in downtown Santa Ana. My boyfriend had seen it and wanted to go for a long time, but it only served beer. And so he knew I wouldn't want to go because I don't like beer. But then, so I pre-gamed a little bit before we went, so I would kind of be fun. And then we got there and they're like, they had mojitos. And I tasted it and I'm like, this isn't a mojito, but I was already smashed. So I drank it and I mixed alcohols. So all day I was in bed and I'm like, I'm dying. And then I was like, I have to get up for this show. And so I ate like chicken and I took a Tylenol and I've kind of been alive right now. But
you seem alive, so that's good.
Girl, I'm so
pure
anti-fast
caffeine.
food. I'm so anti-fast food until I'm hungover, and then it's like, soak up all the alcohol, please. You
Yeah,
need
just
fat
give
and
me the
carbs, you know?
grease.
Exactly.
My usual like cure for it is to eat a lot of bread. So I'll make like soup and I'll soak the bread in the soup. And then I take a shower. That always like rejuvenates me. As long as I have food in my belly and it's full, and then I take a shower and the steam, it wakes me up. But I couldn't do that today because I woke up and I'm like, I have to be on SimpCast in 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
I was like, curl my hair, put makeup on, and I'll pretend to be alive. But I've been chugging caffeine this whole time. So
you look
I've
fantastic. Damn.
You look amazing for being hungover.
Yeah.
Chrissy, now that Nina's here, I'm probably gonna head out in like the next 5, if that's okay.
No.
Wait,
I know.
I have a question.
All right, you know what?
question.
I'll leave so she stays.
No, Nina, your hair is much better than mine. Please replace me.
I need to find. I'm gonna look for Sav comments here. Hold.
Wait, I have
what
a
was your
question for
question,
Sav. Okay, are you based and Whataburger pilled?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from
Chrissy
Texas, so I kind of have to be. I used to be big on In-N-Out because my dad comes from California and I grew up there, but I can only eat In-N-Out in California. It tastes different in Texas. So obviously, because I'm in Texas, yeah, Whataburger for sure. Actually, the real ones know that P. Terry's is where it's at, but they're only in Austin.
So what do you order when you go to Whataburger? That's the real question. There's only one correct answer.
It depends on how drunk I am. Sometimes I'll order the kids chicken strip meal with a chocolate chip cookie, buffalo sauce, and ranch. That's always good. Or I get an actual Whataburger
meal.
Yeah.
Wrong and wrong. The correct answer is a burger melt. And no, not a patty melt. Okay. You have to make the fast food drivers get uppity about it. You have to say a burger melt. And they're like, do you mean a patty melt? And they do it every time. It's so glorious.
Okay, now I have to go order a burger melt to see if they'll actually ask me patty melt.
What's a burger melt? Like it's just like the meat with like cheese? Like that's it?
It's like a burger, but it's on toast.
Oh, okay. All right. I've never had it.
What do you?
I've never even seen a Whataburger.
I thought it was overrated.
I
It's
thought
good.
so too,
No, girl,
Chrissy.
it's good when you're drunk and it's open 24 hours. So like it's the only place that's open when you're drunk. So there you go. It's a win-win.
I think In-N-Out is also like a little bit overrated now, and In-N-Out, like it's really annoying because you have to know the secret menu, and it's like, bitch, just put your damn menu on the fucking thing. Like,
Yeah.
this secret menu bullshit like makes no fucking sense. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It is crazy.
I mean, is there really a secret menu outside of Animal Style though? Like, what else is there?
Yeah, they
there's
have, like,
you can get grilled cheese. You can get one where it's got 7 patties on it. I only know because all of my friends are obsessed with In-N-Out, and I hate it because every time I eat it, it makes me puke. But yeah, I remember my friend ordered like the 7 something, and he just gets this burger that's like this tall, and I'm like,
And I'm not joking.
Why?
So I
Yeah.
went to California, and the only reason I was there is because I was there for some family issues a couple weeks back. The first thing that happened when I was in California, I was there for about an hour at this point. My dad took me to In-N-Out just because I needed some quick food. And the first thing I see is a homeless woman in In-N-Out, like wilding the fuck out. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's disgusting in California. I hate it here. I don't know how people live here.
ooh.
I love it here, and I like living here.
Girl, no, honestly, like as a reporter, I would love to live in California. Shit's wild over there. I'd be like, everything's viral in this state.
It's always news.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. You just avoid people, and I feel like I'm an expert at avoiding crowds and people. Unless I want to go shopping, then it's like
I need to go shopping.
Yeah.
Okay, I meant to bring this up before when I was talking about the Poconos. So this is like kind of my brainchild that I'm working on, and I want to get all of your guys' opinion on it as fellow content creators. So we rented this house in the Poconos to like whatever, go skiing, go snowboarding, whatever. But now the wheels are turning, and I want to rent a house, basically have like a content house, like rent it for the weekend, a big ass
go.
house, and then like have like a constant like whatever 24, 36, 72 hour live stream set up in one room.
Ooh.
People can be in and out. Like not every room is going to be like cameraed up. Would you guys participate in such a thing? Would you, I mean, I know I've heard people do like, you know, I don't want to be like one of those insufferable TikTok houses out in LA, but
I feel like because didn't they make a Netflix show about that, or like YouTubers did a series about it or something?
Really?
Like I've seen this before, but I'm saying like we do the actual good version of that where it's fun to watch and bearable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Ooh, okay. Would you travel to do such a thing? Would you like travel to like a
I
PA?
love traveling.
Okay.
I couldn't, but I would love
right.
to.
'Cause you're
Yes.
Mexican
I
right
think
now.
I think that that's really fun. It sounds like a
Nina,
I have an
we'll
idea.
Skype you in and we'll have
she
you on,
lives
like,
in
one of those little robots.
Cancun. We all go to Nina's house in Cancun.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
I like
that.
where you're at.
I'm down. I'm down. I can find us a
I will
really
go
nice
visit Nina.
place. Yeah, I can find us a really nice place on the beach.
sounds
And we can
good.
just like rent a house there and do everything what you're saying there.
Okay.
Great.
We'll do
I'm
it.
down
Let's
for
all go
whatever.
visit Nina. SimpCast
Brittany
in
Venti's
Cancun.
Fuck yeah. Brittany Venti's boobs is a question for Sav. Does Savannah have an Insta asking for a friend? Oh, we covered
Yeah, I
that
just
already.
tagged her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. At Sav with one N. That's the number one. I have the most difficult Instagram name because I don't know how social media works.
Robin DeHood asks Savannah, who's your favorite Dodger? Could be past or present.
My favorite Dodger. It used to be Clayton Kershaw, but he always chokes in the post. So you know what? I'm gonna say Vin Scully. He's not a Dodger, but he was a commentator. Like ever since I was a little kid, I used to fall asleep listening to his voice at Dodger Stadium. So Vin Scully's my
Aw.
favorite.
Oh, that's good. I used to like Bill Hall of the Red Sox
Nice.
just because nobody else liked him. I was dating
Aw.
back when I was dating Raph. He was a Red Sox fan, and I felt like as girlfriend, I too needed to be a Red Sox fan. So I just picked a guy that nobody was a fan of. Shout out to
Aw.
Bill Hall. Okay.
Aw.
I don't know about sports ball.
I know I love sports, but I've always been like more of like an NBA / hockey girl because I was Canadian, so I had to be a hockey girl. But
Nina, girl, I just went to my first Stars game yesterday. It was freaking amazing. I love hockey. They fight like every 30 minutes.
They do.
Best sport ever.
it's so great. But like I don't know anything about baseball. So you guys talking about baseball, I'm like, oh no, I don't know anything. Damn.
Me and Sav are from opposite ends of California, so I'm a Giants fan.
Aw.
If I knew you
so
were a
fuck
Giants
the
fan, I wouldn't be on
Dodgers.
this show.
Uh-oh, rivalry.
It's like the biggest
You
rival.
guys separate,
here.
you
I know,
guys.
like get us away
guys
from each
separate,
other.
you guys.
please.
Morgan Red Sox, Sam is the producer of Slightly Offensive. I'm slightly offended you don't know the Elizabeth reference to trans Elijah. Jeez, woman.
You know, it's hard for me to keep up with all 58 of Elijah's split personalities that he creates every week, but I guess I'm bad. I'll take it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What's your favorite one?
Just a normal Elijah, truly.
Aw, he's a
I
good
love
boy.
him. I know, I love him.
All right. Oh God, this is a big one. Okay, a werewolf, not just any werewolf, but a werewolf. Thank you for the $100. Okay, you ladies seem to know the deal. How would judge a asphalt worker that in the late 30s makes $90K per year, drives a 2019 sedan? Okay, I'm listening. 275 pounds, 5'10", Puerto Rican gringo, ex-felon. Woo! That lives with his fam. Also smokes an ounce a week. How would you ladies view that male? Hashtag simping for Venti.
I think Venti has thoughts.
One. Like Sav got all the good ones. Why did I have to get this one? Like, yeah, he has $1 okay, but like I knew he was autistic the second I saw it was a wolf icon. Like it's always the wolves.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Wonder how you feel about Dave Filoni then.
Who's that? That name sounds familiar.
Oh,
he's
boy.
one of the guys that people simp for in Star Wars, but he's obsessed with wolves. He even made like a whole arc in Star Wars Rebels about Jedi wolves and a Jedi temple of wolves and shit that time travel.
Oh my god.
But Dave
I didn't
Filoni
even
always
know that.
finds something. Yeah, you didn't watch Rebels, World Between Worlds?
No, hell no.
Well, Rebels was good for a little while, but that's aside the point. He's obsessed with wolves, so to hear Brittany say that I think is hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, because wolves are like a red flag. Also, to answer this guy's question, you were doing good until you said you were an ex-felon that lives with your family and smokes an ounce of pot a week. What
the pot
the
doesn't bother
advertise
me, but the
this?
living with the family part does. Yeah.
Yeah, that part that's
But he's Hispanic. They all do that. The Hispanics, the Italians, they all live with
That's
their
fair.
families.
Well, okay, that's the
He
differentiation.
called himself a
then. Does
Puerto
he
Rican
live
gringo.
or-
Maybe he's mixed.
Yeah, he's mixed.
Too many questions here.
Puerto Rican
A
white.
werewolf. I'm intrigued. You know, a lot of people sound bad on paper, but they're great in IRL. From Kyle, sorry I can't simp for any of you beautiful ladies. If Sav is able to get Elijah on, I'll definitely simp for him. Ooh, we have a gay simp in the chat. He needs more simps for his ankles.
Yeah, you know, I'll throw a wig on him. We'll get him on SimpCast. We'll see what we can do.
Yes, Sav is
Definitely.
pro
There you
wig.
go.
Yes, I think that the men that come on here 100% should be forced to
Have
wear
to
a
wear a
wig. We
wig.
need to girl gatekeep. Let's go.
Dude, so
Girl
actually
boss, girl gatekeep.
back when I used to work for Alex Jones, I used to produce Owen Shroy's show in the afternoon, and that's how Elijah and I met. And Elijah came on as Greta Greta Thunberg, but like reverse the G and the T, right? Greta Gunberg. Yeah, Greta Gunberg.
That's
So
cute.
comes on as that, and he has this wig on with like two braids, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Happy Thursday, and that used to be that's how I got my start in media. It
I
was a lot
like
of
a
fun.
man not afraid to wear a wig.
Yeah.
Love OD. Maybe you can answer this, Sav. Glenn Greenwald said that Trump was closer to pardoning Snowden and Assange more than anyone knows, and that people don't realize how much weight of political influence surrounds him constantly. I take it into consideration now.
I would just say with that, I understand that political influence, that there's pressure that's associated with that, but he could have pardoned Snowden and Assange and he didn't. And it's like, that's point blank what it is for me. So
Me too, girl. I was so disappointed.
it's like, there's no excuses. You're the president, like do it or don't.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So what
And
do you want me to
I
say?
was more disappointed.
I was disappointed
Assange
about
than
Joe
the other one.
Exotic.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know who
was
Assange
disappointing
is. I do know who Snowden is, but really, you didn't pardon Joe Exotic? Like,
I know, man.
come on.
Dude, look into Julian Assange though. That was like WikiLeaks and Hillary Clinton's emails. That was a whole shit show.
was
that's
big.
a big deal. It
Yeah, that was a
big
lot.
deal.
Oh, that's who that is?
That's Julian Assange. Yeah, he's still
Sorry.
being held.
I live under a rock.
No, it's good. It's better
Anna's
that
not
way.
political. It's
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's what
okay.
I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
we could talk Star Wars all day. If we were in the Star Wars space, I'd be like, yeah, I have no idea what's going on here.
Yeah.
Menyon Lee. I'm afraid if Michelle Obama runs in 2024 because I think she might win. Who do you think would have the best chance against her or him? despite what you believe.
I was just about to ask that. Do you guys
boy.
think that she's a dude? Because I went
Yeah.
down the rabbit hole and
Dude,
I don't know.
did you see that Google
I
AI
have
face
questions.
scanned Michelle Obama and said that she was a man?
Oh,
Like,
I
that
didn't.
happened a couple days ago.
That's awesome.
Really?
Oh my
I
God.
love that.
They did
No,
that
I
with
didn't
Serena
hear about
Williams
that.
and Michelle Obama. They were like, these are men. And it was like, well, the AI has
I
spoken.
love that.
Oh
That's
my
great.
Well,
That's
the
never
whole
not to be
thing about
funny.
like there's no evidence or like there's no photos of her being pregnant ever.
Mhm.
And then the whole like what her name used to be Michael, and then the video
Yeah.
What? Of her
her
dancing
name
with
was
Ellen?
Michael,
Yes.
yeah.
and this is up
Yeah,
for
She
they-
went
what?
to college with Obama.
Yeah, and there's like pictures of her wearing like a dress, and you can totally see her dick. And then
Okay,
the one
I'm sorry,
video
can we
of
do
oh my god,
another SimpCast with Anna, and can you like bring the evidence? Because not that I believe you. I just I want to physically
need-
like let's
need the
make a video
documents.
excerpt
We need
of this so
documents.
people
You
can,
need
yeah,
to.
expose-
Anna did this
expose.
crazy video on Henry Cavill's girlfriend and how like it's
oh, and
freaking
his manager.
plain- yes, Anna's manager. Yes, his manager and his girlfriend,
It's-
whatever. She's
Everyone
great.
read
She
over that
brings
fucking
it.
video because
So
they
that's
never
what I'm saying.
watched
Like
it.
next SimpCast,
Well-
can you just bring the Michelle Obama receipts?
Yes.
Because like I believe
Yes.
all of
Yeah.
it. I just like we need so
I'll
Chrissy can
I'll go
clip it
back
out,
down that
you know what I
rabbit
mean?
hole and find it. No, but there's one of
Mhm.
like Joan Rivers of the last video of her before she was getting her nose done
I've
again,
seen that
and she's
one.
like, "Oh yeah, Michelle's a man, everybody knows," and then she died. I'm like,
Man.
What?
She got
Oh,
Hillary
I'll bring it.
Clinton.
I'll find it.
Yeah, you gotta bring
You gotta,
it.
you
girl.
gotta
Remember
do
that.
it with,
Okay,
with
I just want to
journalistic
say
integrity.
I've never thought about killing myself ever,
No.
and I'm not going to have any kind of major surgery, and I'm a very good driver. So if I just randomly disappear, it was not me.
I like how you had
wanna
it
put
all
that out
thought
there.
out. Like, I'm a good driver. I would never burn myself.
I'm covering my faces.
I don't usually use shotguns to the face. Just saying.
Yeah.
I've already been shot before. I have the bullet to prove it. I can survive that. So I'm not planning
There-
on doing that either. There we go.
There you
Let's cover
go.
that base.
Some
It's all-
tough
it's all
ladies
covered.
here.
All right,
Yeah.
Chrissy, I'm out. I'm going to bed. I gotta be up
Sav.
for work tomorrow, but love you, ladies. So much
love
fun to
you,
be on
Sav.
SimpCast. Thank you so much for having me. It was so fun.
I hope it was everything.
nice
you
meeting
thought it
you.
would be.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I followed you on Twitter.
Love you,
Oh,
Sav.
thanks, Nina. Yeah, nice to meet you all too. Hopefully, we can all be on a SimpCast again. All right, I'm out. Bye, guys.
Wait. Shout out your
Bye.
thingy.
Yeah,
Shout out your
plug
thingy.
yourself. Plug yourself.
Oh, follow me on YouTube, Sav Says, Instagram at Sav with 1N, and Twitter at rapidfire_pod. And go listen to my podcast, Rapid Fire with Savanah Hernandez. All right, y'all. I'm out. Love you
All
guys.
right.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to look her up on YouTube. Do you have the
Oh,
links
yeah.
in the description or something?
We should. Frank will have it all up because he's
Okay.
a doll. Yeah, her
Ooh.
Wait,
podcast is
before we
called
change-
Rapid Fire.
Okay. Did you guys see the picture of one of the Obama daughters and how she was like
Back at
out partying and like she's got this really skanky outfit on? Which nothing against her. She's a,
Oh,
what, she's
wasn't
in
she
college.
involved
so
with
she's-
Hunter Biden though? Like, didn't they used to party together?
I don't know what happened. I just saw this picture that I'm like, if it was like somebody else on the other side, it would have gone super, super viral. But it was only like one or two tweets, and then like everyone was radio silent about it. I'm like, they paid off some big people to cover up this photo because I think she's also like doing drugs in it or something. But
oh yeah, she's done all that stuff with Hunter Biden. They're like,
I have not
Mhm.
seen that picture. I wish I had though. Damn.
Google
come back
You pay people online to like cover your tracks for you, by the way. Like actually
Yeah.
you could pay
Yeah.
organizations, it's like thousands of dollars, but they'll like spam Google results and put like good
Yep.
things and that you're a good person all
Mhm.
over Wikipedia, everything.
Yep.
That's true.
okay, I have to blow through some super chats. Adam,
All right, I'm gonna
Pennington,
go
did you
pee.
ladies-
I'll be back.
Okay. Did you ladies hear that COVID started dating AOC recently? I did.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, they kiss. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
smoke.
I know they're probably not even real Anna. Show and tell. Oh, she's gone. I'll say that for later. Scratch pad. People are starting to realize that even when they obey for 2 years, they could still get CVD. So close now. So true. So true. Alternative. JK. AOC test positive for the you know what. I bet she's gonna blame Florida for getting it. Political psychosis much?
COVID wanted to bang her.
Yeah, just wanted to date her. TJ, I got a shout out to my girl Sav. Is your band up yet? Oops, she's gone. I miss Rapid Fire. I love y'all, ladies. Y'all are great. Thanks, TJ. Calhoun, Pool definitely only has one beanie. Haven't you ever seen a man with his beloved yellow pillow. What?
What?
Well, there's that one clip where that guy pulled off Tim Pool's beanie and then Tim Pool
Yeah.
got really upset.
No
You remember
He
that?
got
way!
so
Somebody did
upset.
that?
Oh, yeah,
What?
he
You
got
haven't
mad.
seen that? Oh, I'm pulling that up.
Oh, that's bad. Torgo the White, hail Chrissy, and other simp bait. Word on the vine is the good Mr. Saget got boosted last month. Could be a DMX situation. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Chesty, who's got the prettiest petty? Not falling for that. Not for $2. $3 super sticker from Christian P. Thanks, buddy. Robin the Hood. Savannah. Oh, whoops, we did that already.
right.
S. Becker. Okay, ladies, speed round. What's your favorite album art and why? Oh gosh. Wow. I mean, like, let's
Album
like
art.
let me think back to like my CDs.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
even
that's
remember.
hard.
I'm gonna say my album art from my January 6th comedy album that I just recorded.
Aw.
Ah, yay!
What did I miss?
Somebody was something about your fake boobs. Somebody mentioned that your boobs they thought were fake, and I was like, nope.
I think it's Russell Hall.
Okay, yeah, probably. Brewmaster Monk. It's a dark winter, so I'm simping for Venti. Your acerbic wit kills me.
It's a dark winter?
Yeah, according to Biden.
Okay, so I have the
I thought he was
video up
referring
if
to
you
my
want.
blackness.
Yeah. Oh, put it in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
From F4K3. Wanted a Christmas limited offer box set for a game, but family misunderstood, getting me something called liminal order box set.
Oh man.
I don't know what these hook things are, but I snagged the heck out of the New Year's honey baked ham. That's funny. Okay, let me do the private chat. Okay, what is this we're looking at?
This is the Tim Pool beanie being pulled
Oh
off.
no! I'm glad we didn't watch this while Lydia was here. She's been like, put it away. Okay, here we go. How long ago is this? 2020?
I think it was a while ago. It was during Occupy.
Look at this. Look at this little rascal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
He's up to no good.
Oh no.
And then he put the hoodie on because he didn't want it.
Wow. What a dick.
Chrissy, he just needs to own it though.
He does need to own it. Yeah.
He just needs to own it. Just go bald and just be like, yo, I'm here. I'm proud. I'm bald. I don't give a fuck. I made way more money than you. I don't really give a
That's
shit.
true. The beanie is his
Or do what
trademark.
Elon Musk did and have a reverse where the hair comes back.
Or that. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Pay to get do the Jeremy Piven method and just get plugged up. It's the same thing just over and over again.
I thought that was a Jack Murphy method, getting plugged up.
I understand. Don't fucking touch me.
Ooh.
I realize what these people have been doing.
I like how angry he
When
gets.
come to me and threaten me, and you want to come up to me and you want to grab my head. I just want to take your hat.
What a dick. That's a dick move. That's a dick move.
It is a dick move, but
It is.
it's still like, dude, it's okay. It's okay that you're bald.
Ultimately, he won in the end because
He's so rich.
he's so rich.
So rich.
Larry Shop for NYC Gov. I agree. Larry is bae. Thank you, HB. Oh, Boricua weren't we supposed to be stung but to death by a swarm of hornets from Africa? How quickly we forget. All media matters.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get
Yeah,
stung.
those like killer hornets came to America, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
From push-ups. Does Frank read the comics you get at your shows? What? Oh, yes. Spiridon gave me a couple comics. No, he hasn't read them yet, or maybe at all. Mid-tier Alpha. Hey, did you guys hear that Norm Macdonald died? Bob Saget told me. Oh, so sad.
Oh.
Dan Halen. I'm getting unnerved by David Bowie staring at me from behind and his shoulder.
Deal with it.
Brutally honest. Kanukastani. Music topic. Floor Jansen.
Kanakastani.
God, I can't read. Music topic. Floor Jansen from Nightwish is the best singer since Freddie Mercury. Change my mind. Example. Ghost Love Score. Live from Watchin' 2013. I don't understand a word you just said. Except for Freddie
That's
Mercury.
completely subjective.
Yeah, I don't know Floor Jansen, so I would have to listen to them before I can judge.
Young Pay.
Well, I'm sure like everyone likes different types of music, and there's some people that are better at singing certain types of music than others. So that's
That's
Young
also
like
Pay.
I wouldn't think Freddie Mercury is the best opera singer, right? Or the best
Right.
country singer. So it
Right.
really depends on the genre, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what this is about, Young Pay. She tweeted that there was a lingerie pic. I don't know what that's about. Jay Brown. The Brandi Love thing is the exact reason why nobody likes the right. Yeah, we could have gotten into it more while Sav was here. It's like I'm not any kind of a political expert. Just from my point of view, it's like, oh, if you're trying to get more people to your side, for like votes and I don't know, a team effort and working together to defeat like the left, I would say be less picky about who you like allow on your side or whatever. Or what does that even mean?
Can I ask, was she like there advertising that she was a porn star, or did she just go to enjoy the event?
I think she
Go to
tweeted
enjoy.
that she was
Same.
To
there.
enjoy it.
I think she tweeted that she was there, but she bought a VIP ticket. She was just going to be like an attendee. She wasn't speaking. She wasn't at a booth. Nothing like that.
She was just hanging out there.
Unless it's like you have to be 18 or 21 to go to an event, I don't think anyone should be barred from going to any event or convention. So that
I agree.
Like
Going
I get
to
if
an
you're
event is one
uncomfortable.
thing, but like, right?
Well, I mean,
can
there's
understand they
porn
wouldn't let her
stars that I'm
speak
sure
if
go
they
to
wanted to.
every convention, right? Like, because
Yeah.
they're even when you leave work, people can still Google you and see that you're a porn star. But it's like porn stars go to the grocery store, they go to the car wash,
But it's
they
going
go
to
to
derail their
Target.
message. That's the difference. It's an event based on a certain message that they're trying to convey. And if there's a porn star there, it directly disrupts the message if it's a conservative convention.
So
What if
then,
nobody
do they
recognized
have
her?
in their fine art or their fine print that if you were a porn star, you were not allowed to come?
If it's too
No, I don't think they
disruptive,
do that.
probably. But it's private
Did
property.
she cause a
so
disturbance?
No,
probably
she was
by
just
being
there.
a porn star, they viewed it
Well-
as a disturbance, I would imagine.
People
Well,
just
because this
recognize
kind
her
of gets into the whole controversy, like with those bitches getting Vic canceled from like LA Comic Con just because they didn't like him, and so they was push that on Twitter so that way he would get banned from LA Comic Con. So it's
Who's
like
Vic?
I don't know, Vic Mignogna?
But did he disrupt their message of what the convention was for? Like, did it directly conflict with their
Well,
reasoning
if they're
about it?
well,
No.
no, because it's all the false allegations against him. So it's just they want to push the message that he's a sex offender when he's clearly not, and so them violating their contract for him to go.
Well, and
It's-
he wasn't even like, wasn't he part of like a guest of a panelist there? Like that was a little bit different
So
too, because
he was
she was
hired.
just attending as a guest,
Yeah.
and like she wasn't even
Yeah.
on a panel or anything. She was just like showing up as a person, and then they were like, "You're not allowed in because you're in porn, and we don't like you." Like that's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a little different when you're not. You're
Did
just
they refund
attending a
her?
place.
No, and like I understand them having that stance, but like then you need to hire somebody to take the time to go through who all has bought a ticket, and then be able to be like, oh hey, like a week in advance, hey Brandi Love, we noticed you bought a ticket to this. Sorry, we can't let you attend. Here's a refund. Instead of like letting her come to this event,
Mhm.
and then she gets kind of embarrassed and called out. It's like, well, you let her enter the event. You saw she signed up with her real name. She signed up with Brandi Love. So it's like, if nobody caught that and said, hey, this is against our rules, you can't even be here, like that sucks.
They
that
should have
let
did it
her
beforehand.
come.
Yeah, I
They let
agree.
her
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should have did it beforehand.
kicked
So
out.
so is that the situation? She paid for a ticket. She just wanted to go, and
Yeah.
then she was there, and then they kicked her out,
Yep,
Yes.
that's literally.
and they
what
didn't
happened.
refund her.
I don't know.
I don't know about
Refund
if they
her.
refunded her or not, but she was pretty upset. Like she was upset that she wasn't let in, and she was like, "Dude, like I,
Well,
I
she
paid."
wasn't. I think she heard a couple of the speakers, and then people started recognizing her. People
Mhm.
who
Is
don't
she
watch
like a
porn.
very popular porn star?
Yeah,
'Cause
she's pretty big.
I don't know.
I don't know porn stars. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, at that point, it's like maybe wear a wig or something if you don't want to get recognized, or if you don't want to get. Because like when I went to LA Comic Con, nobody really recognized me until they said something or they heard my voice. But I don't know if you want to go to that stuff and you don't want to be persecuted for your profession, like maybe change it up, which is pretty easy to do. I think all of us here can do our makeup differently and wear our hair differently, so nobody would really recognize us.
If I wear straight hair, yeah, I'm totally
there. You
different.
go.
Well, here's the thing. I know exactly. Okay, so when I join certain Discords, like my name is Brittany Venti, and they can see I'm Brittany Venti. I know that sometimes when I enter Discords, it will be disruptive. Like I don't have to do anything, say anything, but automatically people start like calling me names and attacking and, you know, making a big deal. And I've been banned from Discords for that, like where I literally do nothing. And I know that if I didn't want that to happen, because I know that's what's going to happen, it's out of my control, then I would be a little more slick about it. I would change my name, change my icon, things like that. It's still wrong that like I get kicked out for other people's behavior. But if I know that preemptively, then I'm going to take precautions against that if I want to stay in that Discord, if it's really that important.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, if she didn't, okay, I'm trying to be nice. How intelligent is she?
She's so intelligent. She writes for the Federalist. She's like super intelligent.
So then do you think that she knew that she was going to cause a disturbance by going there?
That I have no idea of like her intentions.
Well, because I mean, if you're going to, I don't think it would be intentions. It's just you're self-aware enough to know how people are going to react to you showing up. Like if Brittany, for example, went to a convention like a VidCon or something, obviously people know who Brittany is. So people are going to recognize her and go up to her and say stuff, good or bad. So if she is a very popular porn star that is very intelligent, then she should have been aware enough to know going to an ultra conservative convention is going to cause problems, where that's why I said, you know, maybe wear your hair and makeup differently. And I don't know, disguise yourself, do the Marvel, get some sunglasses and a hoodie.
Yeah.
You know?
Like wear the little,
and a baseball cap.
Wear the little, like the breakfast at Tiffany's, like the giant glasses with the little, like, like, hey.
From Andrew Patrick, my question is on the terminology conservative compared to what? I think it's a bad label. It will always be lagging behind progressives.
What's in the name? It's to conserve.
Conserving, I guess, classic, old school values.
Yep.
It's like the example they always give is like you have two groups of people. You have stable food source locally, or you can venture out into the woods and find more things. The conservative group will say, no, let's stay within our area and we're good where we are. And then the progressives will go and say, no, let's go into the woods and put ourselves in a dangerous situation where there might be a negative consequence, but also there could be a reward. So that's
funny because most conservatives are the ones that are hunters.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't think I know any like really left-leaning people that own guns.
No.
Well, it's more like hunt on your land versus exploring the other land and hunting there. So in this example, both sides are hunting.
Or see if you could get the government to hunt for you and just live off them.
Yeah, just get them to pay you.
I'm a leader. Why was Jack Murphy on TimCast so many times? Not trying to imply anything malicious, but it is strange that someone so small would be put on such a popular show so many times for no reason. I don't think he was small.
He had 50,000 subs. He's smaller
Is that considered small?
He didn't have very many videos. He had 50,000 relative to TimCast and people Tim has on. He is small. So it's like, it is kind of strange. And people brought that up before. And I don't know why that is. My guess is because like my tinfoil hat on, you know, maybe the Jack Murphy's secret society. I don't know. Maybe other people are in it. I don't know. That's my tinfoil though.
Yeah, I thought the tinfoil thing for me was that they just like knew each other through the luminal order or whatever, or like
that's what I'm saying.
That they had met somewhere else and then they just
and
like, you know, they just got along. They're friends. Yeah, and then, like, he just had him on his podcast a bunch of times. Like,
I knew that they really liked him. Like they liked having him on as a guest. Like even like when I first had Lydia on and I asked her like, what kind of guests she looks for, what she looks for in a guest. She's like, there's 2 types of guests. I wish she was here for this. I wish I had seen this while she was here. There's 2 types of guests. There's a guest that like you have on for a specific reason, for whether it's topical. Like I think that's why I was on, is because to talk about like cancel culture and freedom of speech as it applied to comedy. And she said, and then there's this, so there's like the issue guest, and then there's a guest who can talk about anything. And Jack falls into that second category of like somebody who just knows kind of a lot or can speak on a lot of issues. So they liked him, and he lived relatively close by. So I think that's why they had him on so regularly.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like they just knew him, you just get along with certain people, you have the same kind of energy, and you just
Oh my God, it's Lila! What a surprise!
Welcome
Hi, ladies.
Oh my God. I was like, we're getting spammed. I was like, SimpCast is getting swatted.
I took down my
Lila
Christmas
some
tree.
kisses in chat.
Oh, the Christmas tree is gone, but now you have the
And now I have this
all-season
big
plant.
plant over here. So
Lila's in the plant. Big time.
I have so many. My house plant collection has grown.
Lila, what's new? Any new simps in your life?
Nothing. Well, did you guys see that Bob Saget passed away?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I have this one picture with Bob Saget that I met him at the Comedy Store. And it's in black and white for some reason, because we took it in 2018. It was the only picture I have with him. And I was like, oh, how fitting. Anyways, rest in peace. So sad. So sad for a fellow comedian to pass away.
I met him when I was like, I forget how old I was. I was like 14 or 15. I was in Vancouver, and like he was just like in the street. I saw like a gaggle of like little girls, like most of them were Asian, and they were just like surrounding this guy. And I was like, who is that? And I just look closer, and I was like, oh my God, it's Danny Tanner. And he raised me. He is my TV dad. So I freaked out, and I like ran over, and I was like, oh my God, I love you in Full House. You're Danny Tanner. And he like signed my little book, and he gave me a hug, and he was like the sweetest guy. And yeah, rest in peace. He's definitely going to be missed.
Definitely one of the greatest. Joe Flink, if CPAC let Jared Holt into their convention while banning Gavin McInnes for being too mean to him, what's CPAC's excuse for their treatment of Cruz? Who's Cruz?
Ted
I don't know
Cruz?
who any of those people are.
Oh.
We need to get Lauren Southern back on so she could get
I
her name
know.
back out and start connecting it.
Yeah. I know. I don't understand why people don't like Gavin McInnes so much. I think he's freaking hilarious.
Who is Gavin McInnes?
HB. He used to have a show on the Compound Media Network, and now he has a show called Get Off My Lawn on Censored TV. Super fun guy. HB. My wife and I love you guys. Star Wars girl. We have your Vampirella print in a frame. Chrissy, keep dancing.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I'm guilty of mansplaining to my wife, but after 35 years, she ignores it. Okay, what else are good? Turtle Power. Thanks, Battle Elf. Julian. Please, everyone, check out Sarah Carher ASAP. I don't know who that is. Battle Elf. Where's Lauren Mudd? I don't know.
Who's Lauren Mudd?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Don't know.
Chrissy, Liz, Sav are super duper Sizo. I don't know what that means. Thank you. Rogue Gyno are hungry and sleepy feelings, because I have those.
You know, I just feel like when people super chat, it just feels like they instantly, as soon as they start typing, drop 50 IQ points. Like every time you're trying to read one.
Are fucking dumb. I will agree with you on that one. This I don't know exactly. What are Brandi Love's politics exactly? How does she vote? What are her positions? Again, politically, how bad is this porn? Go look at it, Rogue.
Russell, you're probably an expert.
He knows
on it already.
He knows exactly what it's like. He probably watches. Never mind.
Alpha Giga Simp here. My beard level's over 9,000. How do I join the feminine order?
The feminine order.
It's the Simpinal order.
Again. Simpinal, yeah. Andrew Thomas said in the chat that Tom King was a masked Karen at Awesome Con in DC and made himself out to be the hero on social media.
Oh yeah, that was such bullshit. Like, I'm gonna tweet like I'm a big man and told this guy to fuck off that wanted to take a picture with me, and then it's like, oh no, guys, it was actually like we were scared of COVID, and so we had to ask him very politely to put his mask on and da da da. And it's like, okay, so you're talking shit 1 second, then when people call you out for being a dick, now you're gonna backtrack. Fuck you, Tom King. You're such a pussy.
Yeah, he's such a little bitch. And you know who else is a little bitch? Scott Adams. God, that guy needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. Joey Jojo. That Star Wars girl looks incredible tonight. Love the stream. Great background noise at work. Glad I was made aware of this. Thanks to Venti. Thanks, Joey.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
You should play clown music while you watch this stream as well. That helps enhance the experience.
Is this this thing you just sent me, Brittany? Help me purchase AlphaCon 2022 ticket. What is this?
Yeah, I thought it was amusing.
Is this something you're really doing?
No, it's not something I'm doing. There was a real AlphaCon, and then someone made a GoFundMe to ask other Alpha Chads to help them attend, and then people actually took it really serious and donated $40 of the $500 goal.
Oh my!
Hi, my name is
Oh
Matt.
my
I'm
God.
in search of financial help. Ha! It's my dream to attend AlphaCon 2022 because I am Alpha. I'm a bit strapped for cash right now because I'm in the process of making big money moves and tactical Alpha plays that haven't paid off yet. Not my fault. Help me rub shoulders with a bull. Thanks, guys. Anything helps. Beta donations will not be accepted. That's funny.
Wow.
Scroll
Oh
back
my
up for a
God.
second. Show everyone. So that's the flyer, and on the flyer there is actually like a guy on there named the Bull. Like so that's
Oh,
what he's
I remember
referring to.
that.
And a guy
Why?
who's an alpha, called himself Alpha of the Manosphere. He's the Bull.
Yeah, but
which is
why is the
hilarious.
fire like their forehead? Like, what the
I think it
fuck
was
is
of their
this?
whole- I think it was of their
It was
whole
cropped.
body.
Yeah.
Is this like to teach men to be more masculine, or what is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Seems
Yeah,
like
but
it.
in the worst way possible of like just being overly aggressive and telling men exactly the wrong thing to do. And it's like all
Mhm.
these men are following them, and it's like you're essentially betas. You're following this alpha. It's beta behavior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's basically the toxic form of masculinity. It's not really the positive attributes of like taking responsibility and respecting women. It's more like all these figures, they tend to have this overlap where it's like pay for my alpha program, pay money for my lessons for it, and treat women in a very shitty manner, essentially. And they all have to be doormats. Okay, it's not about being submissive; it's about being a doormat. There's a distinction to be made there. And these guys that are vulnerable just essentially fall for it because they didn't have a father figure, and they're like, "I'm gonna go find it on YouTube."
Yeah.
Is this
very
like
sad.
the Kevin Samuels vid that you
Yes.
did, Britt?
Yes,
Oh, I know him.
exactly.
Row
I
House.
watch a lot of Kevin Samuel videos.
I think he's very entertaining. And
Yeah.
he makes a lot of good points.
He's very
Dude, it's a
entertaining.
shit
He also
show.
said to treat women like dogs.
I don't know who he is.
He's like
He's
he gives advice to men, and I think he kind of from what the videos I've seen, he seems to go a little bit harder on black
you
women.
have to watch his live streams. Like
yeah.
you just can't look away when it's off because it's such a shit show. But
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll
he-
immediately
he's like
if I play it, he's immediately gonna like. I think I did that in the past. I played a snippet from one of his videos, and he immediately was like shut my shit
Yeah,
down.
he copy strikes people. He's pro censorship essentially, and it's
Yeah,
like
even though
I
it's
don't know.
advertising.
is your video still up on him, Brittany?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So if you guys
It was a
want the
good video.
receipts for- Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
guys
Okay,
should
I'll
watch
just go
wanna
watch
check- I'm
Brittany's
gonna check it
video
out.
so I can figure out who he is. I'll just watch Brittany's video.
Everyone
So
leaves-
So Nina, what he does is he'll have like a live stream and where like women call in and they're like, this is my problem and I want this kind of man. And he went viral because he basically told this chick, he's like, you're never going to get a man like that because you're like a 5 or a 4 and you have all this baggage.
Oh,
So he
is this the video
yeah.
from 7 days ago, Brittany?
What a dick.
What?
You did a video a couple days ago on this.
So the Kevin Samuels video I posted like I think 2 months ago. But yeah, basically TLDR, he's a grifter from the Manosphere.
Oh shit!
And he's
But he's
also
super
pro
popular.
men cheating. He's like, oh yeah, it's okay for high value men to cheat. It's like you're not high value then.
Wow.
Like you're acting like a caveman, a monkey. You belong in a cage.
Wow. That's
If you act like
interesting.
that.
He actually encourages men to cheat, or he says it's okay.
Mhm.
He says it's okay. He's like, oh, it's
Damn.
exercising your options.
Oh God.
Oh,
I am not
boring.
down with people like that.
But it's
It's
not
like,
okay if
okay.
women cheat though. It's different somehow.
Somehow it's always different.
I love the part where you showed how like, what was it? He was giving a guy shit because he's like, oh, when I was younger, I was making like twice, and you're like, he was with some chick and she was making more money than him, and he only made like $800 a month.
Yeah, she was the provider, and he's over here condescending to this guy like, yeah, at your age, I was better than you. It's just a huge grift. His entire brand is a grift. Everything is just marketing and a lie.
Wow. Yeah,
I love the Pinterest photo part. That made me laugh so hard.
Where is I can't
like,
find this video.
He probably flagged her.
Evidence.
Put it in the chat, so
yeah, I can't find it. I'm retarded.
Nina, I
There
love
it
your
is.
lipstick. It looks so pretty.
It does
Thank
look
you
so
so much.
good.
It's so bright. I love it.
There you go.
Thanks, girl. I'm gonna watch this. This is gonna be good entertainment later.
I'm gonna. Will I get flagged if I play you talking about it?
Do you guys? Do you like Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's technically manosphere, but I think he's the positive attributes. And the difference between Jordan Peterson and Kevin Samuels is that the manosphere men like Kevin Samuels, where they're grifters, have no sort of criteria and they have no sort of paperwork to back them up. And Jordan Peterson does. He's a psychologist, right?
Sure.
So he actually has the qualifications to be giving advice. And people like Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, Jack Murphy, don't really. Maybe you could argue Jack Murphy has some, but like,
but also
based on manhood.
But also Jordan Peterson doesn't just give men advice; he gives everyone advice.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's not like these guys they really grift towards the men, and they're trying to they're grifting towards this whole society that we have right now, where men are villainified, and so they're trying to get into that by being like, oh, don't be like a femboy and don't be this and don't be that, and I'll teach you how not to be like this. And they use all the key words and everything like that, and it's a total grift, like Brittany says, and that's just sad.
That sucks because I think like the best advice is like find what your strengths are. Like don't try to fit into one mold. Like not every guy has to be jacked and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's also like the sad thing about it too is that I think that this whole thing has come about a lot stronger now, also because like the father figure is missing in the home. So you have a lot of boys growing up without father figures, and they need that guidance. So these people are preying upon these kids, and it's just like, that don't have any guidance, and it's just sad to see that. That's terrible what they're doing.
And the cherry on top, by the way, is that Kevin Samuels, he was talking about how he was baptized at 5. He's a Christian. So.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm playing a minute of this.
Kevin Samuels. Christian values, cheat on your woman. Kevin Samuels is an image consultant, dating guru, YouTuber, self-proclaimed business advisor, and life coach. His content gained popularity for talking to his live stream viewers. They would call in and he would tell them to their face if they were high or low value in a very harsh manner.
I really just wanted some advice.
I know this
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not accepting the fact that average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one.
Sometimes I feel like
you're gonna die alone.
My God, what a dick. Fuck you.
That's just a good snippet. But
I'll say it's entertaining. I'll definitely give it that.
It is.
But overall,
I've never
I would
seen
call him
it,
Kevin.
so fuck that
He's
guy.
I think he should be dubbed Kevin Samuels. TBIS.
I like it.
But yeah,
I like it. Coined by Brittany.
Coined. All right. I'm gonna run through some more of these. Shouting from the cheap seats. Great SimpCast. I wish I could donate more, but finances are tight between Christmas and my membership in the lubricating order.
Lubricate.
Alex
Wow.
Kelly 69 for $3.50. That's a Jack Murphy joke. Didgeridoo nationalism. Sav. Oops. What happened with John in Vegas on 6/27? She's not here. Oopsie, I forgot that one.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes,
Everyone should
everyone
know
knows
that.
that. What about Trump? as moral as Brandi Love. Sigma 6. My ladies, I have come to sip. Live from Love from Tokyo. Wow.
Ooh.
Can I just say, don't ever call a woman milady? It's creepy.
Unless you're Chipperson.
Milady.
I'm spelling out. They're from Tokyo. Konbawa.
Ooh.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Opinion news guy. That dog has a Jack Murphy beard. Scratch pad. They just look for a purpose. Yes, they do. Whoever they are. Mark D. Jack Murphy was fired in 2018. He was camming in early 2019. He launched Liminal Order in early 2019. There was always going to be a problem. True. Seven Serpents. Who is more cringe? Jack Goldman or Catboy? Ooh, that's a tough
What's
one.
Catboy?
I don't know what that is.
Catboy was this trans person who me and Zia encountered at Exotica who ended up complaining to me, complaining about me to Exotica for making them feel unsafe because I simply pointed out that they had a penis. Natty, not a person who, wait, not who, fuck, I'm dying. Not who a person once was, it's who they are now. Elclid, Elizabeth is Elijah. Okay, that looks like a joke for Stab. She's gone now. Push-ups. Tom King destroyed what Hush built up with Batman and Cat.
Exactly. He's an idiot.
The moron pill. Sigma is real and D memes are ironic. It means autistically not caring about male power games. Implies neither cool nor uncool. Just V self-oriented.
No, it's definitely marketed as like a cool thing. Like, yeah, there's irony around it, but
Anna, but did he propose to you in the end?
No, it's just a lecture. Like, at least like with the proposal, it's like, all right, you're being a dick to me because you're like in love with me or something like that. But no, it's just let me lecture you about what I think and why you're wrong. And it's like, dude, you missed the entire point.
Yeah. From Raynor Chen, you can be emotionally empathetic without crying like a bitch. You can be strong without synthol muscles. What? Many modern comic writers don't know anything about either.
Exactly.
Dave grumbles. Left literally fantasizing they live in the 40s and 50s. When you lack any adversity, you just cosplay it. True. Bobby Bob, you can't come back from putting things up your butt. However, you can pull it out. True. Rico, Zorro, hola, señoritas. High level good times was delivered tonight. Buenos noches.
Sorry.
Buenos noches.
Brittany,
damn, Brittany, you're crazy with those. I love it.
Anna, the problem is that these writers are using established characters as self-insert for their beta life. Think Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Oh, I know. And everyone kind of points that out. So it's pretty obvious.
Wonder Bucket, imagine how much Batman will cry after the divorce. K-Max, the main thing that unites the right now is being anti-woke. I think the Brandi Love stuff is where we disagree on the social issues, but the left wins every cultural battle. Do you gals think defeating the woke stuff is more important? CRT stuff? Yeah, that's the thing. I think if I had kids, I'd be more fired up about the CRT stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't have kids in school. Hell no. If I had kids, they would not be in public school.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
I feel that.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
I
watching,
agree.
like, you guys know I don't really like politics and I don't really know too much about politics, but it was something I was reading or watching or listening to, but it was something about how one thing that the left has done is that they're really active in the school system and like teachers unions and in like what gets supplied to schools and stuff. And I don't remember very much of that when I was a kid. Maybe I was just like oblivious to it and I didn't care. But I didn't even know what critical race theory was until recently. And it's just, it's so demented at some of the stuff that they're trying to teach people. It's like, instead of looking at facts, let's look at a skewed version of history. And it's like, if you don't see how fucking dangerous that is, like, switch out the word white with the word Jew. Would you still be okay with what you're saying? You know, and that goes for all of it. You know,
there's so much wrong with it. Yeah, it's madness, and you're right, Anna. That's exactly what they did. It was a concerted effort to get them while they're young, and basically start brainwashing them so that next generation can go to Disney and work at Disney and then make the crap that they're making right now, Anna. That was the entire plan, because it's all kind of like hand in hand, right? Like the entertainment is downstream from politics. They always tell you this is the reason that they're doing it. So
yeah. Bo Real. Young Pay. Julio's pretty cool. 5 for Julio. Check out his channel. JH. Bob Saget died. Opinionated News Guys. I went and covered the original Ferguson riots. I had 2 guns pulled on me. Got punched several times. And had to fight my own way out of it because the police couldn't control it. Woo! Hello.
Sorry that happened.
Rogue Gyno. Getting shot down helps you get over your fear of it.
Oh, shut up, Russell Hall.
Brittany scares me a little. Push-ups.
Why?
Show Ninja the Spawn thing. End of comic number 5. She was at the Destiny stream and would appreciate it.
She pulls out the scissors.
Cannabis resolution. Did you just sell your body to me? I gave you money and you moved your body. All right. The ones that don't make sense, I think I don't want to read because they make me feel dumber for having read
Do you
them.
want us to like take over and have one of us read it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Nina, read this one.
JL, thank you so much for the $5. Says seatbelt laws need to be eliminated. Also, speed limit laws. Also, lights and stop signs, suggestion signs are acceptable, but shouldn't be a law.
Okay, I agree with the seatbelt thing because when I was a kid, we were coming home from track practice and I got a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, which my mom made me have to pay back myself. It was $375. And I'm like,
whoa.
To go. Yeah. So
Damn.
goodbye Christmas, goodbye birthday. I got for the next couple of years because I had to pay back that ticket. $375 fucking dollars. So that law needs to be eliminated. I think, yes, you'll be safer with the fucking seatbelt, but I think that should be optional. The signs definitely do need to be there. There are reasons that they are there. Same with speed limits, except maybe certain aspects of it, like California and I think one other state have a speed limit for truckers, which cause a lot of traffic hazards on our freeways. Because if you have a 2-lane freeway and the trucks can only go 55 and everyone else can go 70, it causes absolute hell. So yeah, but
I love the truck
else,
lane in California. Are you kidding me, man? That is genius. There's
drive on the 5 going from San Francisco to Orange County. It is absolute fucking hell when it's like everyone gets stuck in these speed traps because the trucks can only go 55. But yeah, the truck lane is a absolute save when you have to get around LA traffic.
I agree with you,
great.
Anna, with regards to the seatbelt thing. Like, I think the seatbelt thing is something that needs to not be a mandate. But see, that's a trap that I think most people fall into is like, let's throw out the baby with the bathwater. So it's like, okay, like, so no more seatbelt, but no more stop sign and no more red lights and no more this and no more that. And society needs some rules. Like, we can't just like run on anarchy. I don't think that's it's not gonna work. Just people are gonna die.
Well, it's like, so like the Autobahn, like it's popular because there's no speed limits on it, but there are, and there's speed traps. Like me and Peaches, when we went to Germany a few years ago, we learned that, where I was like, oh yeah, babe, go 100 miles an hour or kilometers an hour. And it would do that and we'd go, and then all of a sudden in like a mile, it's 80 kilometers an hour. And so you'd have to stop, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. And I'm like, okay, yeah, technically there's sections of it that there's no speed limits, but if you have to go from 100 to like 50, that's pretty significant. That's going to cause traffic and accidents.
Yeah.
Bro, guy, no. Anna, you complain about cat all the time.
Why are you so
I complain about the weather.
Yeah.
Because it's Russell Hall.
It's Russell Hall. He's like obsessed with her.
Obsessed.
It's crazy.
You got Tiana Troy on the stream. Row House. What is Savannah's view of Henry Cavill, actor and looks? We know other ladies' views on him here. She would probably be.
I think
into
it's the
him.
simp aspect of it.
Oh yeah. All right, Venti, read this one.
If Mick Lowe had a D, she'd have texted it to someone.
These are so dumb. Dante Burns. Michelle Obama is Barack Obama's clone with a wig. Changed my mind.
Dude, my husband told me that thing about Michelle Obama being a man, like from like day one. And I was like, get out of here. Like, no way she's a man. And like now you guys are saying that. And I'm like, what? Is
Google it.
thing? Like, I didn't even
I'm not even go onto Google Images and type in Michelle Obama man, and you guys can see it.
Michael,
Well,
yeah.
You know what? You can't
this.
find a single photo of her pregnant. That's
Exactly.
an interesting
Yep,
one.
that's what we've been saying.
So what should I say? Like, what should I Google? Michelle Obama pregnant? What if I find a Google image of her?
You
pregnant?
won't.
Somebody,
That's the thing. You
somebody
won't.
create one, and like now that they know this, couldn't they create an image of her pregnant? And be like, oh, here. But then probably someone would be
my
able to
thing
tell
is, it's like
Photoshop.
if anything, it would probably boost them if Obama was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gay,
Trans,
and this
yeah.
is my, or I'm straight, and then this is my significant other who's trans."
Right.
You know, I feel like that would just boost their wokeness. But
It's a great time
I
to be
don't know.
trans. Yeah. Kyle, I get why Pool wears it. I've been balding since I was 19, and I wear a hat all the time. Melanian, the real question about the Brandi, back to Brandi Love. About the Brandi Love thing is who recognized her at the TPUSA event?
Exactly.
That is kind of funny.
Definitely someone who doesn't want this. Very against it. Bro, Gyno, I bet chicks at that convention had an OFans account. Darren Murphy, Brandi. The Brandi thing, she went there to listen to the speakers and she didn't use her Brandi Love name. She used her real name. They didn't kick her out. She got a message after she left.
Yeah, I remember that she
Oh.
did use her real name.
Huh.
Like her real
Thank you
name,
for
not her stage
clarifying.
name.
All right. I don't know.
So, what was the
I
message
interviewed
after that?
her.
She's no longer welcome.
Do you want to talk? Because I can't hear you with the microphones on.
So when Chrissy had Brandi Love on, she did admit that she wrote Brandi Love on her name tag because she doesn't like to put her private name out there because people do recognize her. She did say that. However, she did not get kicked out. People saw on Twitter that she was posting pictures from there, fully clothed, dressed in like a little business suit. But someone who recognized her on Twitter at the event reached out to the TPUSA administrators or management, and she received an email saying that her presence was no longer welcome the rest of the weekend. So I believe she got a full day out of the full weekend.
Right.
But she did buy a VIP ticket as a civilian, not in any other way.
Yeah.
Did she get a refund?
I don't know if she got a refund.
There's
Great.
an article on it. if you
Now
wanna
I'm
read
like
it.
in a whole web of Michelle Obama situation. Did you guys know that she says that her daughters were conceived by IVF? So if that's true, she could have had a surrogate, and that's why
Totally.
there's no pregnant.
Or they could be
pregnancy
somebody else's
photos.
daughters. And then it's just actors.
That's what they're theorizing.
But also, like for example, like I just saw this picture, and she doesn't look like a man. This is a pretty old image. I don't know. Maybe she is a dude. I can't tell. I'm sharing
You
my
have to
screen.
Google Michael Obama.
Oh, yeah. Row House.
Oh.
Lauren Chen also had a hard time with the Brandi Love thing. Chrissy, are you the middle person who would like both Lauren Chen and Brandi Love? I do like both of them.
I love Lauren Chen. She's great.
At the very least, Jack is small for average size. Porg. Chrissy, get that Witten girl on SimpCast. Oh, she was
Oh my
funny.
god. I don't know
Witten-
if
the
Witten
male
would show
streamer
up.
Sounds stupid. Sounds like a giant ball of naked vibrating men. Ooh, sounds good. Calhoun. I don't know what that means. Young K. Lila's smile is
I do.
infectious. Please come back to ya. Nesquick, 5 for the Alpha Con Fund. Bro Duke. Hey, ladies, what was your favorite NASA, ESA, etc. mission that launched last year? I don't know. Marshall Beaupre. Hey, as a dumb person, I resent that comment. What's up, Marshall? Rogue Gyno. My point is, unless the porn star was cuddling kids or animals, she's not doing anything illegal and shouldn't be kicked out for being naked on film.
I agree.
I agree too.
Furthermore, Russell Hall doesn't even watch porn. I'll have you know, hardly ever.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
Calhoun, Brittany's Kevin Samuels expose is her masterpiece. All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
It already looked really good. Ted Olson, good discussion, but as a man, the gaggle of high-pitched voices is giving me a headache. Oh, well then fuck off. Elsa Barrett, hi Lila. Saw you on You Are Here. It was very emotional. How have you been adapting to being a deplorable?
I am a lot less emotional about things. I feel so much. I cried so much on that episode. I was just so raw, and it was like, oh my god, I finally got out. But now that I'm here in my house, getting my things set up, I feel really happy to be in Texas.
Yeah, because you were pre-house when you did that show,
I
right?
was pre-house living in a Motel 6. You know what I mean? It was pretty rough, and we did not even know if we were going to be able to get a house because the housing market is so hot right now. So much was up in the air, and it was the first time I was like publicly letting people know my stance on just some political things, and it was like coming out, you know.
It does feel that way.
Yeah,
it does feel that way when you're like if you're crossing from like, you know, the other side to the other side. It just feels very...
I just feel bad because I feel like Elijah and Sydney were so nice to me, but they definitely invited me on because they're like, "Oh, Lila's a comedian. It's gonna be funny," and I was just on there bawling. It was so much crying, and all the comments were like, "Oh my god, all this hot chick does is cry," and it was really funny to me because, you know, me, like, I started stand-up originally because I want to talk about my disability and spina bifida, but then here on our little boxes, you wouldn't even know that I'm 4'6". So I enjoyed the "she's hot" comments. I didn't care.
Yeah.
You're like,
you're 4'6".
I'm like, oh my god, they can't even tell I'm disabled. They just think I'm hot. What? This is
Wait,
awesome.
you're 4'6", Anna. That's like your height, isn't it?
No,
yeah.
I'm taller.
Yeah, she's taller.
Oh, you are? Oh my god! You finally met someone you're taller than. That's so cute.
I'm actually. Oh no, I think I'm about the same height as Chrissy. I think when I met you, I just had heels on, but
yeah, I think you're like 5'1" or 2.
I'm
me
short,
like 10
but,
years ago would have loved that everything's like on Zoom and online. I'm like, I catfish people, and then it's just funny how the world works.
Wow, there's so many conflicting Brandi Love stories from Boxman. Brandi was given VIP ticks by TPUSA, and they thought it'd be cool PR and revoked them once the Twitter backlash from TradCons hit TPUSA are grifters. That's not true. I think that's a lie. Opinionated News Guy, the Alpha Thing is a multi-level marketing scheme for dudes whose fathers failed them.
Yes, it's exactly. It's an MLM.
Boricua-Damas. If Lila wanted to be Mrs. Boricua-Damas, I wouldn't be mad at it. Hot.
Well, I'm going to be Mrs. Abinante in February.
So. Oh, February!
I'm changing. We're getting married on 2/22/22. Isn't that
I love that. That's a magical day.
Yeah, we're going to go get it done in Dallas and then have a big ceremony later on because there's who knows when we'll really be able to.
It's a fucking crazy time to try to do any kind of a big event like that.
Yeah.
Big JL, respect for Nina saying JP speaks to men and women. It's life advice. I wouldn't have had a son if it wasn't for his speaking on the fulfillment found in parenthood. I never thought I'd love it so much.
But there you go.
Brutally.
Congrats.
Oopsie, I did that already. Ladies, regarding Floor Jansen and Nightwish, did we already do this? I think I did that one already. Josh, Leonard, Brittany, I enjoy yours and TBY's stream. We'll be doing another with him. You two made a good back and forth off each other.
Yeah, I definitely will. I thought it was entertaining. I did like an impromptu stream with TBYS, who's like technically Manosphere, but we were like dunking on the grifters. It was funny.
I was watching it, but I didn't know who he was for like half the time because he was like off screen. I was like, "Who is this guy?"
I know what
don't know who it is.
TCPY is a froyo.
Think before you sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bobby Bob, infiltrate and cause confusion from within cultural institutions, old Marxist tactics, and one that is talked about in Marxist books. Totes. Morgan, Babcock, the only reason seatbelts are a thing is because of insurance companies. Interesting. Unja Akira, and yet no one in public transit has to wear seatbelts. Oh, true.
Yeah, school buses. It doesn't really make much sense, does it?
It totally doesn't.
I'm still resentful for the $375.
That's crazy. That's way too much.
I'm so pissed.
Congrats on your first comedy album and becoming a target for the mind control FET community. Really hitting it big now. Oh gosh. Yay. That's funny.
That's crazy, Anna, because
Wait,
go ahead.
sorry. I was
go
just
ahead,
saying, I'm really excited about Chrissy's comedy album.
Oh my God, thank you.
Me too.
It was
Can't wait to
really
hear it.
scary experience. I like went in the bathroom and like prayed before I went on stage, and then I came out and somebody was like, "Are you taking a shit?" I was like, "I can't. I can't poop."
Oh, Chrissy, what was that thing you were stuck in? What was that about? Because you were like all crying and shit.
No, that was I was joking around because I was trying to do like a funny like I'm stuck video. Like,
oh my god, I thought it was real.
porn.
I was like, is she like for real, like crying? And like people like, dude, that was hilarious. You're a good actress.
It was fun. I don't know why Frank just gave me the finger. Josh McKinney, the alpha grift is really sad. They predate on men with a poor self-image. Anyone who calls themselves a life coach is suspect. Also, I'm a Freemason and feel like they rip off the Masons imagery. I've been trying to get an interview with a Mason guy. He keeps not, I don't know. I haven't been able to get it to work out.
Like a Freemason?
Freemasons don't usually advertise that they're Freemasons, but okay.
Yeah.
Really? I haven't found that.
If you ask, I tell you.
I found a lot that like wear like necklaces or rings or like, you know, some are out about it. Nesquik.
Fuck.
There's a lot in
Nina got
Portugal.
Michelle pilled tonight. That's funny. Michelle pilled. Minnie and Leah. Brittany, will you ever be on Ya with Elijah and Sydney? I think eventually you will. I feel like you seem like you would definitely be a great guest and somebody they would want to talk to.
Well, if you guys want to see me on there,
tweet it out.
Yeah, ask them.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Brandon. Ask Elijah.
Yeah, that's the best way to get people on shows is to ask them, or like you let the person know, like in the comments, you know.
Yeah. Also, Chrissy Hickson just messaged me. He said he'd be willing to talk to you.
Ooh, Hickson is a Freemason. Okay, all right, that sounds great. Okay, I want to talk about. Did you guys? Were you aware of the situation with this? Okay, so I don't really fully know who this guy is, but this guy Vito.
Oh God.
Vito Gesualdi. And I don't know why he basically got himself into a situation where he was like defending pedos, but you know, we kind of did the post SimpCast stream into Lauren Southern's SimpCast when we were talking with this guy Destiny, and that was crazy because now I'm just like, oh wow, what makes up a sort of pedo sympathizer? I guess so. This is from a few days ago. He said having basic empathy for non-offending pedos will ultimately lead to less child abuse. The fact that this take is controversial is a sad reminder that we still live in an intellectual dark age. And then someone says, what does non-offending mean? Never touched a kid, never looked at CP. If you're into kids, there's only one solution. And he says, non-offending means that we understand breaking the existing laws is a no-no. Oh, he said we. Oh, no. Meaning that,
He said he meant it as the general we when he clarified.
Yeah,
later,
he said
that's
he's
true.
using it as the royal we, which is a bunch of bullshit. And he said that to like even Anna when Anna was just like,
yeah.
oh. Yeah, tell him, Anna.
Tell him, Anna.
Well, no, I comment. Yellow Flash posted a screenshot of it, and my comment on it was just sometimes I wake up and check Twitter and instantly regret it. And then his comment on mine was English is hard for women, and it was a screenshot of the royal we, and I'm like, I didn't even comment on that. But so Vito just tries to start fights with relevant people that have some kind of clout, so that way he can get into a fight with them and get clout. And so that's kind of what he's been doing. Like he flagged Gary when he was doing a Friday Night Tight show because he had Alex Jones on. And then when he went to the Netflix for Dave Chappelle and like against censorship of Dave Chappelle, even though he's obviously for censorship since he flagged Gary. And then he went on Alex's Jones channel, I guess.
Yeah, he went on InfoWars.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all he's doing.
On InfoWars like several weeks later. I forgot about that. Oh, God, that guy's such a dick.
I think
no, he's just trying to start fights. That's it.
I think it's interesting that he states we're in an intellectual dark age, but what's really interesting is that it's always the pseudo-intellectuals trying to grasp and defend all these weird methods of helping children. You know how we can help the children by giving out ethical CP. Here's my study that doesn't even back it up, Destiny. And it's like, why is that always the first one they go for? And they're always advocating for empathizing with them. Oh, but this one's different. This one's not offending. I don't give a shit. Just say no. Just say no to pedo sympathizers. Don't even. Normally, I know everyone's like, oh, let's have a conversation and let's not be censored, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, children are the foundation of our society, and if you molest them, you're essentially ruining their lives, and society will collapse. This is not up for debate. and it is morally wrong. We all know it's morally wrong. We don't need a fucking statistic or source to back it up. You don't have to be religious to understand that it's wrong, and it's wrong to sympathize with them because you're helping normalize it. And it's always the first method. It's never like, oh, let's castrate them. Oh, let's make it so that they physically cannot touch children. It's always, oh, let's feel bad for them. Oh, the poor pedophile. Oh, he wants to rape children. Oh, so sad. Let me go.
But he's
fucking cry about it.
non-offending, Brittany. He hasn't done it yet, so
How
we
heroic.
must feel
Yeah.
for him or her or whatever. Like we have to have empathy for these people that are non-offending. It's like, no, because that person, like, you could like, I have empathy and understanding that like someone could be going through a struggle, not that struggle, like a struggle, like
Struggle,
just in a general
snuggle.
basis, yeah, whatever. But like for like pedophilia is another level, like because that person in a moment of weakness could basically destroy a life, and I'm not down with feeling sympathy for someone like that. That is not that is exactly what Brittany says. This is not a debate. It shouldn't be a debate. You're destroying a child's life. They could end up becoming drug addicts. They could end up becoming suicidal. They could end up becoming, they could end up becoming an offender themselves. There's so many things that turns out wrong from this scenario. And I'm just not interested. I'm not
They
interested.
dissociate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not interested in changing my mind about pedophilia, and the people who are trying to change our minds about it. This isn't to change my mind. I don't fucking give a shit. Like,
Let me
if
ask
you're
you
a
guys
pedo, fuck
this.
that.
So this room being full of women, how would you feel if there was a guy and he wanted to rape women? Like he wanted to. Oh, but he doesn't.
But he doesn't.
But he wants to. Would you
Mhm.
empathize with him? Would you sympathize with a guy like that?
No.
That wants to
No.
harm women, rape them? Okay, if you inherently want to touch kids, you want to harm them. So no, you wouldn't sympathize with them. You would be like, oh, let's hand them ethical fuck dolls to like rape it at. Like it's just like, no, just shut it down. Just say
Yeah,
no.
why are we making all these concessions for a group of people that have like horrible intentions? It's like, all right, like okay, it's just they get caught up in these arguments, and it's like all these pedo talking points that like I've never heard of in my whole life, and I'm like, oh, all these people have the same talking points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, I guess we I don't know, send
Well,
them
what is
to
their
therapy
argument? 'Cause,
forever.
I mean, maybe I'm just lucky. I haven't really come into contact with pedo sympathizers, but like,
Yeah, you
what
are
is their
really
argument
lucky.
that they're? Yeah, aside from Vito and the one guy when that whole cuties debate went on and all of that, because I actually watched it because I'm like, I was like, it can't be that bad. Like maybe somebody's just retarded and they didn't translate from French to English what this movie was about. So I watched it and it was even worse than I thought it could be. And
I remember when
so-
you watched it and live streamed about it. That was great.
Oh my God. But no, it's like,
Okay,
I
so
don't
what
know.
they'll
Like, what's
say-
their argument
this
that
is what-
it's okay?
This is what pissed me off, and I've heard a couple of them say this. Like they'll say, well, if you have a little bit of alcohol, does that make you an alcoholic?" And then they'll use
That's not
other
the same
things.
as wanting to fuck a child. You
They
know?
will literally use that.
There you go. They'll use that. They'll use that towards
Yeah.
any addiction. They'll be like, "Oh, if it's an addiction, it's like having an addiction. So it could be any form of addiction." And they'll also use it like what was like some of the shit that Destiny was saying? We could use it as like they want to use CP to basically kind of like root it out of them, because if they use that, then they won't go on to harm other people. That's their argument, because they think, like it's like as if like someone who watches porn, like just whatever
my God,
porn,
who
isn't
fucking
gonna go on
believes
to
that?
rape someone,
Yeah,
right?
they
Like,
want
are you
the
kidding
CP
me?
blockbuster. They're like, now it's showing child getting fucked in 3D, and then you're gonna have pedos going to the fucking ring, jerking it off. Oh wow, I feel so much better now. Thanks, I'm cured. Is
yeah,
that
so
how
now
people think it's
I'm not gonna
fucking
go
work?
touch a kid
Who's
now.
distributing it? Like they're
If
gonna have
anything,
doctors
that's
handing
going to
this
give
out with
you
gloves
more of
on?
a taste for it. Because
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
that's okay. I feel like nobody watches documentaries or anything. It's
go
like
cold
when
turkey.
well, no, it's like when if you watch a documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer and he talks about how he found like a dead animal in the woods and he, dissected its body, and that made him more interested. Then he killed a dog. Then he killed more animals. Then he killed a person.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So if you're watching a bunch, like, okay, I mean, I'm sure everyone here has seen porn of some kind. So it's like, okay,
right
my
now.
mom gave. Yeah, well, my mom would watch porn all the time, so I got experience into that way too early. But my mom's just crazy. But so me, before I had sex, I'm like, well, I want to know what the fuck I'm doing, so I don't like, so it's not a bad time. So I watched porn to learn how to do certain things, so that way I would get better at the sexy time, right? And I've never had any complaints, so I guess I did a good job.
Wow.
But okay, a guy watching child porn, huh?
I never thought to do that. Like I watch it like entertainment. Like I never think like, oh, I need to do that.
And I made a
like,
good point.
Well, yeah, it's like if you've never given a blowjob, like how do you know what to do? So I watch it. And I'm not going to learn that in school or from a book. So I had to watch, a few videos to learn how to do that.
Why don't the predators just go like fuck mangoes instead?
Do what?
Why don't the predators just go fuck mangoes?
Oh my god, have you
instead of
heard
children?
grapefruit?
Just stick it in a pie and get it over with. Jesus.
Well, if a guy's watching like child porn, well, then they're going to get tired of just watching porn and they're going to want to have the real
thing
eventually. So if anything, that's just encouraging it. So.
Anna's hardcore lagging.
Or,
oh
I don't
shit!
know.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm just like interrupting her. It's like it's exactly the point that Brittany has made so many times. We should not be looking to make content for these people.
Yeah.
Or redistributing all content for that matter, because it's like you're gonna go and ask the victims to relive their trauma. You're gonna go and collect it. You're literally making a market for it. Just like there's a market for medicine, right? Pharmaceuticals profit off of it. Why would that not also make money for CP? Someone has to distribute it. It's not free. You're literally creating a market for CP. And also we have this problem already with Pornhub where it's like, oh yeah, here's this mysterious content that's unverified, and even verification, there's no ID verification. So it's underage people.
Well, and that's the thing, Brittany, because an argument could be had that you could do this through CGI. And you would never have to like harm a child technically, right? Like because it would be just CGI. You would have like a
de-aging.
Yeah.
Or you think about like some of the anime porn.
I'm against lolicon because a lot of predators, they use this as their baby steps before they go on to the real thing. And this is documented. There was a case in Japan about it. And also it just helps normalize sexualizing children. So I'm extremely against it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I'm saying that you could even make an argument that like that is already available through this, like without even having CP get involved. You could do that through CGI where there's no person involved, but you are seeing that. Not that I'm encouraging, I'm just saying that you could have that, but it doesn't mean that it's going to help them. It's exactly what Anna said. Yet there's
you know what they should do? They should create that site, and then anyone that goes onto that site to use it should immediately be arrested and imprisoned and kept away from children forever.
Well,
that's not going to happen because you know what? They won't even arrest and unlock the files of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
Exactly.
Know all of our favorite celebrities and actors and people we see on TV.
Politicians.
This is why we're going out like. The people in the basement know it's the people on the TV that are really doing this, and that's the sad reality that.
There might be a retrial now, which is insane, because it turned out that a couple of the jurors, had sexual abuse done to them, and they found out. So like now there might be a retrial because they're seeking it. They're seeking a mistrial now. Just like
is that good or bad? Like
no, that's terrible because she already got found guilty of 5 charges. I think 5 out of the 6 charges. So
it's an opportunity for you to be less guilty.
Yes.
They were going to try to find some excuse because her and Epstein, the law doesn't apply to them. It's like, they get to live in these safe, comfy jail cells for some reason, get all this stuff scrubbed for some reason, but like these sort of things aren't available to normal people.
Yeah.
Like what about having a big bank account lets you do that?
It's because they're involved with all the elite people that we currently still see on TV right now who are involved in all this child stuff. That's why.
Can I just say, can some hacker or not hacker, some private citizen that knows how to do certain things on the internet somehow not leak this file?
Yeah, no kidding.
I know.
See if they had, if they had let go of Assange and Snowden and stuff like that, if Trump had pardoned them, there would be more people willing to whistleblow. But this is why it's not a good thing when you don't have whistleblowers have rights, and those things happen to them. By the way, speaking of porn though, like just regular porn, did you guys hear about what happened with the Djokovic trial? Like the Novak Djokovic trial?
But before you go to that, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
It's basically like that one scene in Over the Hedge. It's just like,
oh my God.
Trump basically is like in a position where it's like, okay, I can't pardon these people because something bad might happen. That's my theory. Because it's like, why wouldn't you, right? It's like, oh, clearly there's a reason. Like,
I have my theories too,
I don't
Brittany.
know. Tinfoiling.
Somebody might accidentally hang themselves.
Well, more like
But
his
still,
family members might accidentally hang themselves.
Joe Exotic should have been. I don't think that would have been very political.
Still on
Dude, that bitch totally killed her husband.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Battle of oh god. Are y'all pure vegans? Then you're feminists, not conservatives.
What?
Yeah, he's being satirical. He's saying like, oh, you have to be pure waifu in order to be conservative. Like
You can be, but you can be a born again virgin and a born again conservative.
Totally.
That's what I like to consider myself. I'm born again. Okay.
This is for you, Lila. From Gallifrey. Do y'all know any short girls interested in a short guy?
You know what? You should come to Little People of America conference. There's plenty of beautiful, gorgeous short ladies there that you know maybe they'd be interested in a short guy.
Great advice. Young Pei, when and where can I buy Chrissy's album? I don't even know where it will be.
When and where? We all want it.
This is the question.
I know it's going to be on different streaming services, but my friend Aaron is handling all of that. But I will let you guys know as soon as I know. Craig Lee, Lawrence, holy shit, Bob Saget died. Yep.
Yeah.
So sad. Seriously though, congrats. I like your one-on-one interviews, but you really seem to thrive on panel shows like this. F&T are hosting Wet Spot. It's always great to see you guest on Jack Show or Flashcast. Thanks. I think that was at me.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm getting tired. Kusei and Uday Hussein have developed their own device that could be repurposed to deal with the maps. It's a paper shredder designed for people. Oh, I don't disagree.
The final solution.
Yeah. Big JL, I thought I was too base, and then I heard Venti on CP. Respect.
Yeah.
Lido.
She's great. I love it. I love Brittany Venti.
I love her too. Wait.
And her kitty cats.
And our kitties. Far lefty have this weird idea that you can't hate anyone because of who they are, which leads them into these weird, irresponsible positions of defending pedos and CP. Yeah, they're inclusive to a fault.
No, fuck that. You can 100% hate a person for who they are. And the left does it all the fucking time. They're like, I hate you, and I think you're a Nazi because you didn't like The Last Jedi. And it's like...
Really?
For real.
TV show or movie? Okay.
Tyrannus. So do you think it's offensive if I said lovely ladies? I have a daughter and now a granddaughter. My precious daughter is Arwen Evenstar. My grandbaby Lilith to be extremely spoiled.
Aw, that's so cute.
Rose.
That's funny that you would name your daughter Arwen, and then you named your granddaughter's name is Lilith, which is like kind of the very opposite.
The complete opposites.
The reason they're pushing ahead so aggressively with CP normalization is because rumors about Pedro's in power are likely true.
Yep.
Caligula. Wood chippers are the only cure. I agree. 100%.
I think I'm there.
I feel like that's too humane.
I'm on team wood chipper.
I love it. Anna's like,
Wood
that's too
chippers are
humane.
Before I go, I know who killed Epstein.
Yeah, we all do.
Brit, Mitch,
Jack Murphy,
Trump to not pardon us on Snowden. Oh, really? You think that's true? Look at that, Brittany. What do you think of that? That Mitch McConnell extorted Trump?
It's possible.
I think it
I'll have to
happened.
ask the experts.
6 turning 4 burning. Brit is spot on. Snowden and Assange would be taken care of. Remember Seth Rich? True. Brittany's boobs for Brittany's female to female transition. What? Skip Cole. You guys are awesome. Good night.
I was watching Gary's live stream last night where he was doing a super chat catch up, and Brittany's boobs super chatted, and he was like, "Who's Brittany Venti? I don't know who that is." And he's like, and he had to Google it, and then he was like, "I'm gonna subscribe to her now. She's really awesome. She's the one with big hair. I like her." That's really funny.
Okay,
so this is what happened. Novak Djokovic court case live stream is hijacked with porn and became being to the world as judge asked very telling questions and blah blah. But apparently that happened.
Man.
They got like porn hacked.
Who was Novak
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Djokovic?
Novak Djokovic is like the world's #1 tennis player. He was supposed to basically he's going to Australia for the Grand Slam for the Australian Open. He gets there. He had a medical exemption for being not vaxxed because he doesn't believe in that. He's a very healthy guy. And they gave him an exemption. He goes to the country and then they kick him out. They say, no, you're not allowed in. And so they arrest him with 2 guards posted at the door. They keep him at the place for like the airport place for a while. For like 8 hours, he was like alone. And then they took him to the hotel where they like take the refugees or whatever that are entering the country illegally. He was held there for several days. And then today he had his trial. I don't know what happened. I have to check to see what happened, but he had a trial to see if he can stay in the country and go to the Grand Slam. I mean, if I was him, I would just leave, but.
Wow. Whoa.
I don't know. Maybe men should just be thrown in cages.
Oh
my God. You and my mother.
I said the men word. They're going to chimp out in chat. I said the men word. Oh, no.
Rogue Gyno for Brittany, because this is kind of up your alley. I strongly advise looking up the vids of Ted Gunderson, former head of the LA FBI. From Primark Vulcan, the uncensored Epstein flight logs actually did get leaked. And I just tagged you on Twitter in a tweet with the link.
I do not see it. The last thing that I was tagged in was Soylent Green, and that was 10 hours ago. What is your Twitter handle, dude?
Twitter.
What is your Twitter handle?
Flight logs did get leaked, but like that's not the big kahuna. The big kahuna are the names that were dropped in the court case, and that is redacted, and we will not see those names.
Did they say that in the court?
Yeah, the judge said that it's going to be redacted. You wouldn't. It's too. What did the judge say?
Yeah, what was somebody that was there that like somebody that was in the courtroom? Could they have heard what those names are and just leak it?
Yes, they
wink,
could.
Wink.
Yes,
they'd probably be killed.
It hasn't happened yet.
I just want to let chat know that the only men that are safe from the cage are the ones that like the stream. So just keep that in mind while I jingle around your keys here.
From Rogue Gunderson was also involved with the Finders case. Oh,
what's that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
This isn't a real
so
cat.
tired.
Look.
I'm so tired. Wait, was that a little fake cat?
Oh, it's a little fake one. I used to have a little tiny one of those.
I have a dog like that.
I love it. It's so funny when people she's so soft. It's like I think it's rabbit fur. I got this in San Diego when I was like 13. I still have it.
Have you seen that video of that woman that had that on the plane, and then it was like her emotional support animal, and then people thought it was a baby?
Oh yeah, that was so funny. Okay,
that was so funny because the cat's face was all fucked up. Like it had like these eyes. I was like so fucking crazy.
Like that's really funny.
Oh, yes, it was like bulging out of its head.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was pretending that it was like a baby wrapped in a blanket, and then she had to show it, and she was sheepishly like, "Okay," and then it was like a flat cat.
Yeah,
it was a flat cat.
She has a special condition.
Yeah, she was saying, I have a special condition. She's my emotional support animal.
So good. I want to do some shit like that on my next flight. Gallifrey, did anyone see Supreme Court justice say mandating the poke is the same as mandating wearing gloves at work? It was on Nick's stream. Oh
God, no, I didn't see that.
Ugh, gross. Mark Vulcan. My handle is Dogel Rorn.
I've been watching the thing I've been watching on Nick's stream has been that crazy court case. Have you guys heard about it? With I'm sure Brittany knows what I'm talking about, but the one
You
with
do not
the,
pop up. Sorry.
Oh.
Dogel Roran does not pop up when I type in his handle.
The Chandler Henderson trial where he murdered his mom and dad and chopped up their body. And
what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like that
How do you
trial's
find
nuts.
the time to do all that? I mean, how do these people aren't busy enough. Young Pay, any ideas to how much crazier January will be? God, I have no idea.
My birthday's coming up.
When is it, Nina?
January 28th.
I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Aw.
Happy birthday ahead of time.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My fellow Aquarian.
Oh, is that what you are too?
Yeah.
What's your birthday, Venti?
Okay, my birthday is such a fucking meme. I share a birthday with Abraham Lincoln, the person who freed the slaves, and me as a Black woman. Not only that, but it's during Black History Month, so it's just maximum memetics right there.
So
and then it's 2 days
very-
from Valentine's Day, so that's interesting.
When is it? February
12th.
12th? Oh, that's my brother-in-law's birthday. Okay.
No, it can only be my birthday. I get the attention. Only me.
Oh my God, I'm a terrible person. It was my mother's birthday.
When?
Today?
Oh shit. Like today?
On the 7th.
You're just now realizing?
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
Tonight.
It's okay. She shot you, Anna.
She did. So.
Oh, was she the one that shot you?
What's today?
Allegedly.
All right, that was Friday. It's still Monday. It's you could
Like I thought the message sent. I didn't have service. Haha.
Today's my grandma's birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Happy
My
birthday,
Lola.
Granny.
Grandma Lila.
Oh, I know. The finders ran a child kidnapping and prostitute on ring backed by the CIA in the 70s and 80s. The official docs were leaked a couple of years ago. Interesting. Gallifrey, Chandler's GF is sus. Just saying.
I agree. The girlfriend is sus. That's the weird part about this case is that the girlfriend is not being like even looked at. She's not being prosecuted at all. And she took the stand and she told like this whole story. First of all, she had a fucking mask on her face, which was like basically
gross.
covering the entire face. And you can't tell like a person's personality with the mask on, which I was like, dude, throw this out.
Why is
like
she
this-
allowed? Yeah.
Why is she allowed to have a mask on? It makes no sense. And her story doesn't really check out. Like she was somehow involved. I feel like somehow she was involved. Like maybe she didn't kill them with him, but she knows way more than she's letting on. And it's kind of crazy.
Like she totally
Trial's
helped
nuts.
hide the bodies.
Yeah, like something. She knew about the land. She knows like the location of like it's all very sus.
That sounds
What
very
was the
sus.
funny thing that happened on Nick's stream when they opened it up? There was a couple funny things. So I'm like failing to remember what they were.
Which when they opened it up, what?
When he started the stream about it and the guy was talking about the case and giving the rundown, like the details toward the end were funny, but I can't remember what it was. I was wondering if you did.
I remember he had a fit over a moderator.
Oh, what was the guy's shirt? It was something about the guy's shirt. It was like happy something.
Oh, it said I'm a human fucking I'm a fucking human beam of sunshine. What?
Yeah.
What does EVS say? I'm a human sunbeam. I'm a fucking human sunbeam. That's what it said on the fucking.
I have
so
that
funny.
shirt. I have that shirt.
No
Linda.
way.
You have it.
Anna did it.
Did it. Anna Smith.
She's gonna go get the shirt from Megyn. What will it take for libs to realize government can't be trusted? Government-funded research likely started, you know what, and the government is run by Pedros. What would it take? I think it would take them being the ones turned on and persecuted, like how everybody who's not a leftist is basically being persecuted.
Well, that's communism. They're gonna get theirs.
Yep.
They know how it works.
Oh my God, that's the shirt.
That's
Oh
great.
wow.
That is so fucking funny.
Oh my
that
God,
have
you need to show that to Nick next time, and
This is
he'll
stream
laugh his fucking
highlights
ass off.
moment.
Wait, so did he like the shirt or he didn't like the shirt?
No, he did like it. He thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Imagine you're a
Spencer.
murderer and you have this shirt on. Like that's the
No,
comedic
that was the
value.
friend's shirt, Brittany.
That
was
wasn't the
Smith's.
murderer?
No, that was Smith's, the friend.
He was
the one
just
he
jealous.
met online, the German guy.
He was jealous of his sunshine.
Okay, Young Pay. Brittany, you gotta call your mom if you don't hate. Or
My
no, I think it
mom's
was
dead.
I think it was Anna who said her mom.
Yeah, it was Anna that said that.
Yeah, just call her. Be like, tell her that your phone crashed or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry,
with
I lost
Anna.
my
I see my
phone.
mother on holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're good. Rogue Gyno. Sorry, Finder's doc were released, not leaked.
Okay, so I have a suggestion for Anna. Okay,
Okay.
I figured it out for you. I got this. So not only do you say that there was no service and like Photoshop a message that looks like it wasn't sent through, like that's pretty easy. In addition, you get her a really nice gift.
Yeah.
And then she'll forget.
Okay.
You got to get a real nice gift, Anna.
I think my typical excuse is I called and you didn't answer. And she's
She's not going to scroll that far.
That's what my brother
Yeah,
says. I'm like, liar.
well, my mom is like super old and she finally got an iPhone that she barely knows how to use. So I think I might just go with that. Like, Mom, I called you and you didn't answer. You didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. Done.
I got her a
boomer,
really
she's not
nice
gonna-
Christmas gift. So that should
Oh, you
count.
did? Oh, that's
You're
good.
good.
Yeah.
Anna
Got her-
had her mom on the stream once with Cecil.
Really?
That's how I got to know.
I called her.
Sandy. Yeah, it was a phone call. It
My
was
mom's
hilarious.
crazy. Honestly, my mom should have been like a broadcaster because she can just talk nonstop forever about everything. And she's like such a people person. Like she's one of those people, if you go on like a bus, she'll become best friends with every single person on the bus and start like a whole group conversation. She's like the loudest
sounds
person at
awesome.
sporting events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week's
she's nice
mystery
around other
guest.
people.
Oh, finally some
No.
Tyrannus, you all should be worshipped. Yeah.
No argument
so
here.
sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, Savannah was anti-simping, but
Just because I agree doesn't mean that I encourage the simping.
Demanji.
Demanji.
I can't read. Oh, ladies looking lovely as usual.
Hey, Demanji. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Primark Vulcan, Epstein'sBlackBook.com, since I'm shadow banned. Oh.
Ooh. There
Really?
you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm yawning. Fuck. Okay. Okay. I think I got them all. Oh, Celine. Yo, you all are so pretty. I'm jealous. Girl, you
Aw.
pretty too. Just find your best
Criminal background checks.
You don't have to be jealous. Men will fuck anything.
True. That is the truer
Yeah.
words were never spoken.
Like, sure, women will fuck cucumbers and shower heads, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
It's true.
I saw that meme the other day on Twitter.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
What was the other two on the meme? There was like two more, but I don't
There was
remember
some
what they were.
dude, which I don't know who the dude was. I was like, who
Oh,
are
Was
you?
one of
Pete
the washing
Davidson.
machine? Oh, yeah, he was on there.
Let me
I
see. I
had
think
that
Gundam
meme.
was the one that posted it up. Let me find him.
I have it somewhere.
That's how you get salmonella. It's funny.
Yeah.
How
Lila,
stable is
what's
your
your
microphone,
boot?
Chrissy?
It's you know, I don't want to jingle it too much because it's like I guess it's all right.
I
Start a new
found it.
donation goal.
Did you get it? Okay.
I got it.
Lila, are you gonna do like a whole dress thing, or are you just gonna like get married at like a courthouse and then maybe do a wedding later?
We're just gonna get married at the courthouse, and then my parents will hopefully be with us, so that'll be nice. But we'll just do a wedding later on. I
Yeah.
just want the date because I think it's awesome.
It's very cool.
No, that is a great
That
And
is
it's
date.
smart.
on a Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Oh,
So-
that's
Wow.
awesome. You got the numerology.
I also
Yeah.
just kind of feel like, we're living together, and this is just kind of like the last thing to like, we'll be married. And I just feel like our lives will take off even more once we make
Yeah.
it right in God's eyes.
And then you can play the song "Just the Two of Us" because it's all twos.
It's all twos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
How
gonna
long
be
have you
fun.
guys been dating?
We've been together for 4 years. So
Aw.
it's been
That's good. That's like the perfect time. It's like
yeah.
long enough to know each other, but not so long that you're like over it.
And what's kind of funny is on my Facebook today, like this memory came up. And 7 years ago today, I was at breakfast by myself at this place called Nat's Early Bite and Lunch Place in LA. And there was this old man there who was sitting by himself, but he had like this picture of his wife because she had just like passed away from cancer.
No.
And he was sitting alone, and I sat next to him. We just ended up having breakfast together, and he told me, he was like, Lila, a pretty girl like you is going to meet a lot of someones in your life. Like, you need to make sure, though, that you marry the guy that's kind, caring, and that you can always depend on. And that memory came up on my page today.
Oh my
and then
God.
also another memory came up, which is exactly 4 years ago today, was the first time I hung out with Eric at his apartment, and we were like talking about my my show Small Talk, Anyways, it was just kind of weird how it all aligned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of twos, Celine, I'm 22 and I'm still a virgin. I've been called a tease for never going through with sex. Oh man, do it. Don't do it because you feel like you have to. Do it when you want to do it. And that's just like true of being a virgin or not.
So if you're a virgin, just remember that this is not sponsoring prostitution, but I just want you to know that women sell their virginity for millions of dollars. So just be very considerate of that
That's
thought.
true.
Whoever you're giving your virginity to, you're giving them millions of dollars.
Oh,
So
God, I
think
gave
about
mine
that
to
before you give it away.
Yeah, I
wish
gave mine to a roadie for Rusted Root, and I wish someone had given me similar advice.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Most people don't
I
know
was
that
just
band.
raging hormones when I was a teenager, and I was like, just get this over with kind of thing. I wish I would have known about the $1 million thing.
Yeah, me too.
Probably would have picked better.
That would have been good information. No, but I had a boyfriend and he was extremely hot. I remember he
Ooh.
worked out really well and he had like 6-pack and everything. So
How'd you meet him?
through it was like my mom's friend's son. It was great. I was like, this is great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Girls, this was so much fun. And
So much fun.
I wish I wasn't getting so tired, but I've had a really long weekend. You guys are all the fucking best. Let's go around and plug ourselves out. Nina.
You can find me on my channel, Nina Infinity, where I cover good news on Friday. So if you're sick of this crazy clown world, come and hang out with me on my channel for Fridays. And also, you can follow me on Twitter, Nina7Infinity, where I announce where I will be tomorrow. I will be on As Heel versus Babyface channel, where I will be
Ooh.
discussing an anime, Ghost in the Shell, the movie, during the day at 1, I think, Eastern. And then at night, I would be on Midnight's Edge for Toxic Femininity. Thank you so much for having me on, Chrissy.
Nice. That's so fun. Venti.
Thank you for having me on as well, Chrissy. If you guys want to see more simp cringe on my Patreon, there's actually a tier for that. It's a little
Oh
bit,
my God.
meta.
That's great.
Little bit meta there, but you can find me on YouTube under Brittany Venti, And I stream a lot and I post highlights sometimes. And I also have an Instagram. I have Brittany Venti and then Brittany Wears. I'm more active on Brittany Wears, but follow both anyway. It doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, that's about it.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Venti.
much.
You're a delight. Lila.
I am Love Lila Hart on all platforms. You can also find me at lilahart.com. And I'm on Rumble with Immune to the System. That's the show I do with my fiance, Eric. And we talk about things we can't talk about on YouTube. So if you want to hear that, check it out.
I love scandalous topics. That Star Wars girl.
Just look me up anywhere on YouTube as That Star Wars Girl. On Twitter, it's That Star Wars Girl without the I because Twitter doesn't have enough characters there. On Instagram, I have 2 accounts. I have That Star Wars Girl. Then I have my art, which is just The Art of Anna, TSWG. I have 3 YouTube channels, which is The Star Wars, then I have another one, which is That Star Wars Girl Live, where I re-upload my live streams. Not all of them, because sometimes it gets a little not appropriate for YouTube and I don't want to get in trouble. And then I have my art YouTube channel as well, where I paint on there. I do a weekly 2 weekly shows. One is Flashcast with Yellow Flash 2 on his channel. I also do another show called The Jack Show. So it's me, John Malin, John, Anna, Cecil, Kelsey, and this week we are joined by Brittany for the very first time. She's going to be on The Jack Show.
Connections.
So
it is so good. Your art is so
you.
good. I got mesmerized watching your eye paintings. They're so freaking awesome.
Oh my god, I gotta send you my eye picture.
You guys want to have your
I
eye
do
painted. It
too.
starts out like this, and then I pick whatever kind of finish you want. Like this is the gold, vintage gold.
Wow.
I want
the
the
gold.
So you are so talented.
Cool.
Seriously.
Yeah, you really are.
That's
I don't
so
tell you
freaking
that
cool.
spent like couple $100,000 to learn how to do that, but it's one of those things. But so yeah, you guys can follow me all there, and
she's also got an art store on Etsy, so check that out too. Etsy.
But don't bother with that right now. Instead, it would mean more if you supported my dear co-hosts and dear friends John and Kelsey. They both have Indiegogos that are live right now. Kelsey has his Nora Saga that's live on Indiegogo, and John just launched Graveyard Shift 4 today, and I believe it just passed 65,000. So go check that out on Indiegogo. And don't forget, I'm a ray of fucking sunshine.
Wait. Oh, I cannot wait for Brittany to meet John because of what
I
you
know.
said.
So
about the
everyone,
wolves. I can't wait that
7 p.m. Pacific or 7 or 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jack Show's on my channel this week, so if you guys want to go watch the Jack Show and have see all of the guys meet Brittany for the first time, that's going to be a lot of fun. You'll see some real life simping.
They will love her.
What day of the week is this again?
Thursday nights at 8
11
p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
11 Eastern.
There you go.
Thank you, Big JL, for sneaking in $5 more. This was so great, guys. I do have shows coming up. I'm going to be in Danbury, Connecticut. I don't remember the name of this place. It's on Thursday. What's the name of the place? Barbary's Grill this Thursday in Danbury, Connecticut. And then I will be back at Governor's in Levittown for Comedians of the Compound on February 26th. Then I'm going to be in Savannah, Georgia. Fuck, I can't read that.
In Savannah. She said she didn't want simps.
Savannah, Georgia on March 19th. And then Side Splitters in Tampa, March 20th. And then more dates to come. Just stay tuned. Thank you guys for tuning into the SimpCast. Woo. I got to think of an outro phrase or something. May the simp be with you. I don't know.
See, I was saying that for the simp mail, we need an intro for it, like Blue's Clues. Yeah. We just got a simp mail. We just got a simp mail.
You're 100% right. I'm gonna get to work on that. Thank you, girls. I adore you all so much. Thank you, chat, for your simps, for your comments and dollars. Love you so much, guys. Bye.
Let's reach 2K views next time.
Yeah.